gentlemen, welcome to Touching Tips, a podcast dedicated to the world of PSVR 2. My name is Karen Alive and Well, and I'll be introducing your hosts. From the west of Ireland, he is a visionary, a leader, a sensual and generous lover, as I can attest. Petrifying Pumpkins. Pumpkins was once a successful businessman before a tragic incident left him with stage 2 ligma of the mind. No longer able to run his multinational POG corporation, Pumpkins turned to his other passion, PSVR. Hence this channel and later podcast were born. Pumpkins is famous all over the world thanks to the various Easter eggs dedicated to him in PSVR exclusive Firewall 0 Hour. Most famously, if you go to the hangar map in the air control tower, you will see radar screens with various aircraft designations that, when combined, spell out petrifying pumpkins. It really does make him better than you. From Mexico, he has many names: El Chupacabra, El Fuego, El Pasión. But around here we call him Mr. 777 or Jackpot. Mr. 777 moved to the United States as a wee lad. A former Xbox fan, Jackpot gave up on Team Green when he discovered the future is virtual reality, and has been on PlayStation since. Jackpot lives with his mother, in her basement. She reached out to Pumpkins, begging him to let Jackpot be a co-host as she worries about his lack of social communication skills, as you will soon see for yourselves. He turned to marijuana at a young age and has reached a stage where if he were to ever stop smoking, the shock to his system would kill him immediately. Jackpot has a heavily stained pillow that he calls Amanda. He believes that she is real and that he is in a long-term relationship with her. His catchphrase is, bitch. And finally, all the way from the frigid wastes of Canada, comes Muzz. Muzz has a passion for maple syrup and discussing PSVR 2. He once got lost in the frozen tundra of northern Canada with his best friend. The ordeal was harrowing and led to Muzz eating the remains of his friend in order to survive. Shortly after, Muzz turned to VR gaming as a way to escape the horrors of the reality he leaves every time he puts on the headset. It's worth noting that while Muzz maintains his best friend was dead before he began to consume him, later studies of the remains hinted at the possibility that the friend died from infections that were caused from bites, though due to a handling error, the evidence was deemed inadmissible and Muzz walked free. He also has a cat. Without further ado, let the show begin. I've been Karen Alive and Well, and I will now hand you over to the strong, sexy hands of Pumpkins. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and all that usual YouTube shite.
One.
What the fuck is this?
We are live. You are unmuted. Let me just myself. Test.
Oh,
1, 2,
shit.
3.
It's probably really bright.
Test.
1, 2, 3.
Is everybody?
You're brighter than last time.
Everybody
You were dark last time.
There you go. I'm the anchor now.
Well,
It was at
Bryce is
100.
good. Bryce is good. Let's see those
No.
microscopic mites on your eyelashes or whatever. Whatever horrible thing Muzz was scaring us with while we were waiting. Donnie says the test is good. And Rogue says top of the morning to you. Give us your lighter, Rogue, you can. Who else is here? LSB shaking the head. Donnie, of course. Brannon is here. How you doing, Brannon? He said he had some family issues, but maybe back. I'm sorry to hear about family issues, Brannon. Good to see you. He's excited about them that Breachers map as well, which is a topic we'll get to. Donnie says, sup people, smash the thumbs and get the fuck out. Thank you very much, Donnie. Bad Robo has returned, says that.
I did it, Donnie. I hit the thumbs up, Donnie. I did it.
There you go. He
did
paid
it.
the fee. Even
I contributed.
I
contributed.
make them have multiple accounts to boost the numbers. It's basically just
I
you.
got like
It's
6
just
iPads
Donnie.
on the back.
It's just
all
Donnie
running.
and Yi. That's it. That's my viewership. Yeah. Actually, before we go into that, Muzz, Jackpot, how you been? What's going on? How are you? What you been up to the last week? Have you played anything on PSVR 2?
I haven't been playing much VR lately.
What's that?
What is that?
No.
Good question.
What is VR? What is VR?
No. Some
No.
Breacher sounds fun, but no, I haven't touched it. I've just been playing Contractors.
Did you see my message?
Why?
Because you were streaming contractors before
No. Thank God
this
I wasn't.
episode, and you didn't have any. Like, I thought the whole thing about like Quest and PC viewer, you can have like the chat like attached to your arm or some shit, so you can always look at the chat. Where is that? Why don't you have that set up?
I didn't really care to put that on. And I was testing it because I'm using the Quest standalone version of Contractors. So the casting fucking sucks, and I didn't want to use the Steam version because for some reason the Steam version doesn't run as smooth for me than the Quest standalone version. I might try that cord. There's a cord that you can plug in directly. Maybe that will play a little bit better, and I can hear the chat. But yeah, you can customize where you want to put the chat inside of the game. It's pretty cool. But yeah, no, I didn't do it.
So you're always talking about Decepticons, like he's rig and how he's able to play. So is he playing Contractor standalone, or is he using on PC?
Everybody's playing standalone right now.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
He's playing on the Quest 2. Me
But
and
if you
LSD
have
are
the
playing on the Quest 3.
option, why is the standalone? You would think standalone, or sorry, not standalone. You would think the PC viewer version would be the strong one.
Well,
Yeah, that's what I was hoping because that's what I'd be playing it on.
I mean, we're waiting for the Meta version, right? Because if you buy on the Quest, you can get the PC VR version from Meta, right? You can buy it's not out. You can get the Steam version for the PC, which is what I have. But I don't know if it's the settings. I don't know if it's whatever. Every other game is fine, but this one, it's not like it's bad. It's unplayable, but it runs smoother, and I prefer to just play it on the Quest 3. Now I'm gonna try with the cord. Maybe with the cord is a little bit better. But it's not like unplayable or anything. It's just for me, it seems smoother.
But
on
at
the
least
Quest
is
3
like the
than on
visuals
Quest.
or something better on the Steam version.
Yeah, the color looks better. It's definitely better looking. But it's not. You're not gonna play the Steam version, in my opinion, because it looks better the way that at least it runs with me. I prefer to just play on the Quest 3 because it looks almost the same, and it runs really, really smooth. So maybe once the
Yeah.
cord comes out, or once I buy the cord and I try to play it like that, it will be smooth as well, just like the Quest 3. But it's nothing like, oh, don't fucking buy it. No. But it's I don't know. It's just
Wouldn't have to
slightly
worry about a
different,
battery dying on you.
Yeah,
I guess. Well, the controllers, yeah.
I suppose. Yeah.
Well, the controllers too.
There's
Do the
no way.
controllers last longer than the VR controller or the PSVR 2 controllers?
Well, they're just AA batteries.
Oh, okay.
So I got rechargeable ones, and you can just flip a flop them, you know?
That's
Switch
better.
them really quick.
If I would have known PlayStation VR would not be releasing second controllers to buy, I would have rather them just give us battery charged controllers.
I hope when we do get PSVR 2 running on PC, that the controllers, like bindings and shit like that, just translate nicely, and it's not going to be like we don't have as much buttons as they do on a Quest controller, so it's like we can't reload the fucking gun or something like that with the
You have
sense
to
controllers.
every time you have to play a game, you have to go into the menus, into the mapping, the button layouts, and do it all manually every single time.
I'm already stressing.
work.
I'm already stressing over it.
You're always stressing about everything.
Muzz, how have you been? What you been up to the last week? Play anything? Have you played anything?
Bad. Yesterday was my birthday.
Oh shit! Happy
Damn,
birthday,
happy
Mr.
belated
Muzz.
birthday.
Thanks.
Damn. How old are we allowed to ask how old you are now?
I don't care. I'm 45.
Damn, what
I
you get
don't
for your
know.
birthday?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Fucking hell, man.
Oh, no, no,
What is she
I,
doing?
I splurged on myself. I
Disgusting.
I Tim Horton.
Oh my God. Like, what did you buy? Like,
Money wise, I skipped on the Tim
That's what we
Hortons
mean.
coffee. I went to Starbucks instead, and I got a venti.
There?
That's
At
what
Starbucks?
That's what I did. Yeah.
Nice.
God damn.
Well, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Muzz.
Happy
late
birthday is right, yeah. Wish we knew.
And I also splurged on myself.
I splurge on myself most nights. You know, I didn't think it was just a birthday thing for some people.
birthday only.
Splurge.
birthday-
People don't use that
birthday
word
event.
enough, you know, splurge. It's a good word.
Splurge.
Yeah.
What have you been doing? I heard your car broke down for a little bit. What you
Yes,
doing?
my car
You
did
got-
break down. The starter went, and I just got it towed. Thanks to my insurance company, they covered it, and then it was €100 to get it reconditioned or some shit like that. So it's fine now again.
Precondition. The seats.
Yeah, but it felt it
Leather
was
seats.
painful. I was just looking at that €100, and I was like, Well, there's the fucking PC adapter gone right there. You know, it's just, you know, maybe that's a fucking CPU upgrade gone right there for all I know. You know, it's painful to spend any kind of money. And my car insurance is up at the end of the month as well. So it's like,
Oh, damn, everything. It's over.
everything. And the PC is coming. But listen, my PC fund is separate from all that. So hopefully.
Do you guys know? I don't know if you've seen, like when the rumor started coming out, there was a rumor about if you have a certain graphics card, like the newer graphics cards, you're not gonna need the adapter. But then that whole talk just kind of went away. Do you guys know if that was real? If that's the thing? If everybody's gonna have to buy the adapter? Anybody in the chat knows? Because I'm really curious about that. Because if I don't have to buy it, I'll be nice. Because there's no advantages for me to using it on the PC now without all the goodies.
Yeah, if I was in your position, I probably wouldn't bother because you've already got PC VR set up with.
I know, but it would be nice to be able to be like, hey, my headset's about to die. Let me just fucking plug in the.
Yeah. Well, I would like. I'd
PS5
wait and then see. You know, because I don't know. I know nothing about PC. Like if someone.
Well, that's why I was asking you,
So-
bitches. If you
You'll
know,
still be able to
if you
have
heard
pretty good
about it.
visuals though. Like visuals would still be pretty okay to see through PlayStation, even if it doesn't have the foveated rendering. You're not losing anything because you already don't have like the haptic rumbles or anything with the Quest controllers anyway, right? So-
It's not the same. The control, like I said, if I play Pavlov on the PC with the Quest, and it's not the same game, dude. So that for me, it's
Yeah.
huge. The HDR and the eye tracking for me, yeah, it's cool and all, but I don't give a fuck about that. I just wanted the feedback on the controllers and the headset because for me that is way bigger than I thought it was gonna be before I bought the headset. I thought it was gonna be cool, but I was like, yeah, whatever. But no, it actually makes a lot of difference, especially for shooting games.
Yeah, because you have the tension on the triggers and stuff to make it feel.
And Madison, that shit's scary when it's
Madison?
like you're getting like headaches and stuff, and then the headset starts to like subtly vibrate and ramp up, and like if you feel the discomfort he's feeling. But anyway, to answer your question, like I don't know anything about the PC cards or whatever, so I don't fucking know. Especially if these are like rumors that people are talking about, I would just say if I was you, I would just wait and see.
I am gonna wait. Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck no, I'm not gonna buy that shit.
Yeah, you don't need to buy it day one. Like you got the option, and then down the line, grab it if you need it. But according to Sony, everybody needs this PC adapter.
Okay, then there you go.
But
Buy it.
if it's future technology that they're not allowed to talk about yet, then obviously they wouldn't be able to say it. What was I going to say? Before we jump into any topics, I think we just start every episode, even though it's not a topic, just asking the question, where is Phasmophobia?
Where is it?
Where
Where
is
is
Phasmophobia?
It's done. It's gone.
I'm sick of it.
Someone.
I'm sick of the signs. Why do they have to be so coy about it? Because,
Because what are they gonna say? We're still working on
yeah,
it.
just say
torture.
that. Just say that. Just say that.
That's
Yeah.
that's that
Because
would be
people are
fine.
starting to get paranoid now that it's like, oh, they're probably going to cancel it now, even though it's completely unfounded.
might.
See, exactly. See, they need to shut up bitches like you saying that they might cancel it. So that's why they got to say they're still working on it. You know?
Listen, I
Give us
would
something.
prefer to play it on the PlayStation, but listen, it is what it is. You know.
Is like, are we waiting
At this
for
point,
Halloween?
we
have to wait for Halloween. Do we? Is that really what we have to do now?
I don't even know at this point.
It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy, and it sickens me to my teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready to start?
Mm-hmm.
First topic.
Yeah, let's go.
Let me catch up on chat actually before we go because there's some like birthday greetings and shit from Mr. Muzz that deserve to be
shit.
read out.
Oh, is there?
Do it.
Brandon says I turned visuals all the way down on Steam and still not smoother than standalone. But also my
There you
internet
go.
sucks. So okay, so it's wireless.
That's
over
specifically
your
for
Wi-Fi and
contractors,
shit.
is it?
I assume so.
I think so.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe it is different.
Danny says,
Well, now I'm less excited to play it now.
No, it's fine, Mus. It's fine. Trust me, it's fine.
don't listen to him, Muzz. He's
Get
a
the
fucking
cord.
snake.
Get the cord. Get the cord. Get the cord. Plug in with the cord. You'll be fine.
So you're gonna be wired.
I'll tell you next
Okay.
week.
Effin Hate It has a video on the differences of Contractor Showdown, PC Viewer, and Standalone. I watched it today, actually. I'll link it in Discord, says Donnie. Thank you, Donnie. That'll be interesting
Donnie.
viewing.
You did it.
Surely, though, they're patching us all the time and things will improve. LSB says, happy birthday, Muzz. Ghost Shot says, 2 batteries and you can run continuous. How you doing, Ghost Shot, by the way? Or at least as long as you can, lol. Brannon with the happy birthday as well for Mr. Muzz. Donnie says, I thought Canadians came out of a maple syrup bottle. Now I know. Well, yeah, but he could have come out of the bottle on this day 45 years ago.
Came out of the bottle.
Came out of that bottle.
Fucking orc, like Lord of the Rings.
His mother just
Only it's
ripping open
only
the
it's
sack.
From the goo.
It's out of a maple tree. I burst out of a maple tree.
Justin Trudeau just ripping the sack open and saying, "Welcome to the army."
Welcome, comrade.
And that's why we all cry when we first come out.
It all makes
We
sense.
see him.
It all makes sense.
Shit.
Donnie with the
Childhood
HB,
trauma.
which I assume is happy birthday. I think that's a safe bet. Bad Robo with a happy birthday as well. Dan Parker is here. How you doing, Dan Parker? Nice to see you. Gyson with the happy birthday Muzz and a little cake emoji, so you can imagine yourself
Nice.
eating that Muzz. Probably tasty. Muzz is 17 days older than I'm is, says Donnie. Damn. That's great. How does it feel to be approaching 50, Muzz?
Yeah.
Are you having like
giving up.
existential dread or anything like that? Is that starting to creep in?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. I'm glad to hear that. Midlife crisis or anything?
No. Just.
No. This
When-
could,
when-
like
when-
you could
When's it gonna be over? You know, like when's it just gonna be over?
you could consider this a midlife crisis, being a co-host on Touching Tips.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
What the hell am I doing here? I don't know.
Danny says it'll have foveated rendering, it won't have eye tracking. Yeah, but that's like PSVR 1 had foveated rendering, technically. Like Resident Evil 7 did it. It's like a software thing where it's around the edges, so it's just the center part is the sharper part, but it's not as good as the dynamic, of course, because obviously your eyes can move and then you can see the shitty parts. Brandon says B-Haptics Vest is haptics, but it costs a lot. I saw a video of AJ from Without Parole
Yeah.
He has one?
playing Gran
I was
Turismo
watching
7 with us. Like, he had it hooked up. He's got the seats and everything, and I was like, going nuts.
Nice.
That looks good.
It works with No Man's Sky. I was surprised with that. It's pretty
Cool.
cool.
Like, it's not official support. It's like you just plug it into the audio or some shit. And it just
Yeah.
runs okay. Ghost Shot says there is a reason the people trying to force it couldn't pull it off. Pretty sure it needs to be official connection. Dan Parker says there's a fly in my room pissing me off. Should I swat the bitch? I don't know. It's up to you. It could be like, remember that episode of Breaking Bad where there's a fly in the meth lab? They're trying to catch us. No.
Nope.
No, that's probably recorded
Not a long
near
time.
you, no? Brian says,
Yeah.
lol, I'm not buying the adapter, but I have a Quest. Yeah, if you already have a Quest and like you've already got a PC viewer set up, then I wouldn't imagine PSVR 2 is like super appealing. What is this?
Now that you
Phasma?
know you're not gonna have all the features of the headset.
Exactly,
So
yeah.
No point.
Yeah.
Then it's just basically
Like
a
it's
trade-off.
you still have the OLED and you still have
Yeah.
what's the other fucking good feature that they still have?
Yeah, but 60
4K,
what,
it's a
60
4K
bucks
screen.
for
4K support.
Sorry, yeah, $60. And you still have to buy that other separate cable as well.
that's probably cheap, like $5, but still.
Still, yeah, just
Fucking
fucking just throw it in the
man.
box. Just throw it in the fucking box. You screwed us over enough.
No, you're not allowed to have that one.
You do it. We'll give you 3. You have to get the 4th one yourself, and then they're spitting you. Brandon says no for breachers, lol. But I don't know what he's talking about. B-Haptics? I don't know. What Muzz
Maybe.
burst out a maple tree? He did. LSB says Muzz doesn't look a day over 12. He doesn't. You certainly. I was gonna say you certainly don't look like 45 to me. I'd put you in your 30s. Maybe that's just the camera. Like, I don't know. Maybe in 4K you got all these kind of wrinkles and shit that I can't see. But from here,
No,
it's,
I just pile on tons of makeup on my face before I get on this.
just take the mask off after every stream. Just an old wench.
An old shrivel.
Hag. Rogue says it's also a DisplayPort headset, though. Heaps of people hate the compression from streamed VR and the latency. If you're on Quest 2, at least, it's a massive upgrade. So there's less latency.
What
if you
accent
go
is
for
that supposed to
PSVR 2.
be?
That's you obviously know it's Australian.
But it doesn't sound
But you
at all.
don't. But you don't. What do you know about Australian accents?
I know enough that it
Nothing.
doesn't sound like that. I watch a
Nothing.
lot of the fucking
Australians are descended
Crocodile
from
Hunter,
Irish
bitch.
people. All right, they speak practically the
Whatever.
same accent as me.
Well, then you're embarrassing your ancestors by speaking like that.
Raise up lights.
Raise up lights. There you go. Muzz gets us. Anyway, the first topic is Walkabout mini golf, and this one's actually exciting. Ignore this trailer. This is just like the only trailer I could, because they don't actually have a trailer for this update that's happening on Thursday. One part of it we know is that they're remaking the course Cherry Blossom. It's like the Japanese course that's already in the game. For whatever reason, they're doing like a remaster of that. But the exciting part is they're adding 3 new modes to the game, and they won't tell us what the modes are. So I was wondering, does that mean, like, you know how there's normal and hard basically now? Are they just like adding more difficulties? And then I think it was like Shadow, what's his name? Greymaster? What's his name? Greymaster something? He's always in the fucking chat. I'm sorry, Greymaster. I can't remember your full title. But he was like, oh, what if it's lets everyone play simultaneously? Like, you don't have to wait turns or some shit like that. And that got me thinking, like, if they added crazy modes like that, that could really change it up, mix it up, make things a lot more exciting. You know?
You think you can hit each other's balls? Like if I hit the ball and if it hits yours, it'll just
like ricochet them around and shit. That could, that'd be.
That'll be a mess.
I mean, yeah, maybe you could add like a combat mode or something like that to get power ups and shit. I don't know. This is like completely wild speculation. It could be.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like this at all, but they're being super, like it's out in a few days and they won't tell us.
I'm excited though, because they're usually everything's pretty good. The maps are pretty good, even though I really like the maps. I would prefer that there's more. You know, there's some holes, I forgot which ones, but there's some holes that have a lot of moving things and a lot of different shit that seems pretty, you know, I feel like they need to add more of that type of stuff. But all the other stuff, like the way that it looks and how they implement the world and everything, I think every map is pretty cool.
Sorry, Geisen just said Shades of Greymaster. That's the name. Sorry, Shades of Greymaster. I apologize for my lack of memory abilities. But yeah, you're right, Jackbot. Especially like the newest map, Venice, that was like disappointing because of the lack of anything exciting going on with the holes. Ghost Shot says zombies for sure. They're going to add a zombie mode. That's what we need. Wave-based zombie shooter added to Walkabout Mini Golf. What if they add like textures? How crazy would that be? Texture mode, where it's like 4K,
graphic
stunning,
mode.
photorealistic visuals.
No.
We're gonna add graphics to this game, guys. We're gonna add graphics.
Yeah, PSVR 2 exclusive, of course.
I can't think of any, like, what modes can you add to a mini golf game?
Like the idea,
other than more difficulties. I don't know.
The idea of playing simultaneously is like a good one, I think.
That would be confusing as hell, because you'd see like
but you know how when you're taking your shot and someone tries to interfere, like once you start the grip, then they vanish. Like they could do it that way.
Oh yeah. But then that kind of defeats the purpose, doesn't it? Like, of watching everyone's shot and making fun of people that make bad shots and stuff.
Yeah.
But then, like, usually, let's say we have a full 8-player squad or whatever. Usually, we can just do the one hole, and then that's been like fucking 3 hours of just the one. Oh, sorry, not one hole, one course. But like, let's say if we do it this way, maybe we could get through like 3 or 4 courses, you know, in one session while we're all still playing together. But that's complete speculation. Might not be anything like that at all. I don't know if he just made that up himself or if he heard a rumor of that or what the story is.
Made it up.
He probably did. But it's a good idea, I think. Like, as an optional thing, you know, so nobody's forced to play it.
It's probably going to be like whoever gets to the fucking 18th hole or whatever, 9th hole, fucking wins, right?
Well, that's already in the game, though, isn't it? Like, you can do the front 9 or the back 9 or whatever. That's like an option.
But it's like everybody takes turns. It's not like, hey, okay, 1, 2, 3, everybody starts, and whoever gets to the fucking
like a race, a race golf, damn speed golf. Yeah, there you go. That's another option.
I stole that from LSB.
LSB's there.
Yeah, he just said in the comments.
Damn, sorry, LSB. I heard it from Jackpot first, so I'm just going to associate it with his idea. I'm sorry. That's just how it goes. IP theft.
That's a good idea, Jackpot.
Thank you.
Well done. Well done.
I just thought about it right now.
That Chick-fil-A is good nourishment for your brain. Donnie says, what if you could hit everyone's balls? Damn, didn't you steal that idea from Jackpot? He had
everybody's stealing my idea.
Come on, Donnie. Brand says hit other people's balls. No thanks. He doesn't like that idea. But I'd like it as like a fun, like versus mode instead. Like like if you could knock, like if they were so close to getting the ball into the hole, you could just knock it away and make it hard for them or something.
Nope.
But you'd have to be skilled enough to hit their ball with your ball, Anyway, AC6 the Mad Hazard, how you doing? He says, jog about mini golf, run about mini golf, and stroll about mini golf are the rumored new modes. Douse is true though, because I just made it up. There you go. Well, those are like new names. I wouldn't call them new modes, considering you can get around fairly fast. You can fly about mini golf.
Yeah, fly about mini golf.
Maybe they can take advantage of the flight. Put some hoops in the sky. Have it like a Superman 64. Yeah, Harry Potter Quidditch or some shit like that. Use their golf club as a broom. It could be they're teaming up with Harry Potter.
People around.
They got Wallace and Gromit, and now they're teaming up with Harry Potter. That's what it is. Quidditch. They're adding Quidditch to the game.
You heard it first here.
There you go.
Quidditch. Ghost
Shot says, or hit each other in the balls and cause blurry vision. Anything where you could interfere, like if there was power-ups or like modifiers. Modifiers could be cool.
Right.
Like low gravity or...
If the golf clubs have like physics to them, so you can like hit other people's golf clubs, so when they're about to swing, you like sneak up behind them and tap their golf
or
clubs.
Maybe they should be.
Make them shoot around.
They should be like whoever does best in the, like, let's say there's 10 people playing and you do the first hole, and then somebody gets a fucking hole in one, whatever, right? Every time after a round, you get like fucking cards or whatever to select, like one of them out of 3, and one of them it's like they're all to fuck with people, right? So like you said, one of them makes the fucking thing like harder to hit, or like the gravity or whatever the fuck, and then you can pick what person you want to fuck with, and you use that card for that. And then if you suck, your cards that you get each round are gonna fucking suck, and if you do really good, you get better cards or something like that. I think that would be cool.
No, I think the way around, like in Mario Kart, the person who's in last place gets the blue shell. Isn't that how it works? Maybe.
Well, you know what I mean? Some shit like that. Every round you get some cards.
Big buff, so they gotta drag
every hole.
What if it's just like it's just like card that's like plus 10? Like you just add 10 on to somebody's fucking score.
Or just subtract.
That would be like the ultimate.
5 points away.
That would change things up considerably.
I think that would be cool.
Yeah, I like that idea. You can take these ideas, Mighty Coconut, if you're watching. Which of course you are.
They're not watching. Nobody's watching.
They love us.
I got 20 iPads running in the back. Amanda's helping me.
Amanda
running the stream. So
refresh. More likes. More likes, Amanda, please. Here. More likes. Thank you. Imagine it might be some kind of race mode. Damn, LSB stealing Jackpot's ideas again. Really needs a skins mode so we can bet money. Betting, gambling mode would be cool. Finally, LSB comes up with an idea. Donnie says Pumpkin's memory equals goldfish. It does. I'm trash. I'm sorry.
Yes.
It's to do with a lack of sleep. Although I've been having much better sleep lately since I've not been streaming as much. Bad Robo says they could add races that you are a ball and the world is scaled and huge. Damn. That could be interesting. What if you're just the ball and your teammates is the person putting the ball and you have to work together to get into the hole? Could be doubles, 2v2. Oh shit, teams. What if they added like a team mode?
That would be cool.
Triples, something like that,
Yeah.
Yeah, you pick
2v2v2. But yeah, Ghost Shot says maybe a timed mode like speed golf.
I call Donnie on my team every time that happens.
Yeah.
No,
you got all the tutorials.
There has to be a time limit then, if they're going to be at that, and he won't have enough time. He'll be looking up them tutorials, wasting, running down the clock.
It's probably like, there could be like teams too, like you said, like let's say I'm with Muzz and Muzz shoots first, and then the second time is my shot, and then like that you just rotate.
I like that. In fact, I'll be disappointed if that mode isn't brought out.
Yeah, that's the one that makes the most sense.
4 teams of 2, because it's like 8 players, so 4 teams.
I like
of 2.
the one with power ups. That sounds fun.
That as well.
Nah,
give me both. Give me the plus 10 card. Give me the plus 10 card.
No, not that.
Give it to Donnie every time. Here you go, Donnie. Everybody gets plus 10. We all stack them on
fucking Uno.
And then Donnie pulls out the reverse card at the very end.
Yeah.
Fucks us all up. Okay, so is there anything else you want to say about Walkabout Mini Golf?
Buy it if you don't have it. When is this out? When is the update out?
Thursday.
We should try. Well, I
let me
can't
look.
do
Actually, let me look up their their Twitter just in case they've announced it since. Because they did say like keep an eye out before.
that. You guys are gonna have to try it.
Walkabout mini golf. So the last thing they've said is basically
There's
just like a screenshot of the new like remastered Cherry Blossom course,
Okay.
but nothing about the modes yet.
Right. We'll buy it. If you don't have it, buy it. If not,
Okay, I don't even remember the Cherry Blossom course, and like I know we've done it because we've done every fucking course, but
yeah, because there's
is
so
that
many.
like a fan favorite or something? Like why are they going back to that one?
I don't know. Ask them.
No.
I just hope, I
So
just hope they never get rid of the feature where you can play with other people that own the courses without having to buy them.
Yeah, I don't
yourself.
think they would. No,
That's
they're
a good
not.
feature.
It is a good
smart
feature, but if they start making too much or getting too many people playing it, they might see the greed and turn that off, saying, "Okay, everyone has to buy."
They get bought by EA, and then that puts
Yeah.
a stop to all
Fuck
this.
no. Fuck no. Yeah. Everything they touch is fuck.
EA buys them, and Microsoft buys them for $7 billion, and then shuts them down.
And then you'd see like awesome microtransactions. Buy this putter for $9.99.
Yeah,
Yeah.
only a matter of time. 86 Mad Hazard says that imagine one mode will randomize your ball like golf with your friends, so you can get screwed with an awful shape. So I've never seen golf with your friends. I know it's like the everybody's golf kind of clone that's on Quest, but I've never actually watched it being played or anything. But that sounds interesting.
No,
Like,
no.
No?
Golf with your friends. It's a flat. I think it's a flat golf game.
disgusting.
The Quest one is not bad. The
What's the Quest
mechanics
one
are
called?
not. I don't fucking know. But it is
just
the
keep it
same
on top of
peeps.
your
It
head.
has to be from the Everybody's Golf
Why does it have to be?
because it looks the same shit. It's the same bitch.
That just
the
means
same
they're
fucking
copying.
caddy.
That just means they're copying their art style.
No, it has to be the same. Somebody in the chat make
I
this
need
guy
to
be
look
quiet.
it up. The name of that golf game on the Quest is like the most forgettable name ever, and I can
Yeah,
never remember.
but it's not bad. I mean, it's the same shit as the other one. It's just with multiplayer. The Walkabout mini golf has way better physics, and I think the Golf Plus I heard has better physics. But if you're playing about the physics, no. But the golf game, the one they have on the Questico, it's still fun.
When
It's
the
still
fuck is
fun.
Golf Plus coming? That's supposed to come to PSVR 2 as well. I'm like,
Fucking never
are all
coming.
these
Everybody
cancelled?
shut
Are these all
down.
cancelled?
Yes, they hate you.
Where was I? Donnie says, next topic, are you gonna stream Walkabout mini golf on Thursday? I think so. Yeah, providing. Well, yeah, regardless, I suppose.
Ultimate Swing Golf. That's the
Ultimate
There you go.
swing golf. It does sound
Multiplayer
like
is
something
fun.
like Japanese people would call it. That's like a Japanese name right there. Ultimate swing golf. You know, it's like
And it's
just-
cool because
just
the characters
three
you can,
words.
you can only select a couple characters, but you can make their bodies or their heads big or small, like really small or really big,
Can you
and the
make
mouths move.
Can you make?
No,
the,
you can.
Can
They
you
don't
make
have
the
penises.
boobs big and small?
There's yeah. I mean, yeah, the lower part, yeah.
The
you
lower
want.
part. The lower part of what?
It's just the whole body, right? They
asking about
float.
the
They don't have
boobs.
legs. Not specifically the boobs, but if you fucking make the whole thing bigger, well, of course the tits are gonna be huge.
Okay.
Just wait.
Ask-
It's
you
never
talk
gonna
about-
come.
Okay. Bad Robo says maybe instead of hitting it with a golf club, we would use explosives that push the ball with an explosion. I mean, there's like a million things they could do, I suppose. But would they add explosions? I suppose they could, because some of them courses they got really creative. Remember that one they added with like fucking portals and shit? Like you hit the ball through a thing and it like multiplies your balls, like 12 balls bouncing around the place all of a sudden.
Yeah.
They could do like all kinds of crazy stuff that they've like implemented in other courses and like been like, okay, that's cool, but we've only got it on this one course. How can we reuse it into, you know, we don't want to waste it. So maybe they can implement it into these new modes, these kind of gameplay mechanics they had in other courses.
Maybe.
That'd be smart, maybe. Donnie says it's the Japanese themed course. We've played both courses, but it was ages ago. Yeah, probably like one of the very early ones. But I'm just wondering, like, why are they redoing it? Is it because it's beloved, or is it because it's not beloved? Maybe it's like one of the least favorite ones, and they're like, okay, maybe we can make this better.
I don't know. Next topic.
No, not next topic. Let me catch up with the comments for the topic. We don't have many many topics. It's going to be a short one. It's one of the base 8 courses.
You always say that.
Danny says the newest golf game on Quest is made by the team that made Everybody's Golf. So that's 100% true. Interesting. 86 the Mad Hatter says, Flip, I wrote the wrong game name. Flip's sake, 86.
Flippin' hell. Flippin' heck.
I hope Walkabout has a top golf mode. What does that mean? Important is here, he says, you see that body cam playtest? It's Unreal Engine 5, so there should be an Unreal Engine VR profile for it someday. There's even an oil rig map. What the fuck is he talking about?
There's a game called Body Cam.
It's a first-person shooter. It's the one that looks like super realistic.
Sorry. Okay,
No,
yes, I know what you're talking about now. When he said body cam, I
think
didn't see
he
that
made a
as a
video.
title.
Yeah, I think GT made a video about it.
Yeah, that shit looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what kind of a fucking PC would you need to play that? In VR, like on an
Relax.
Unreal Engine VR.
Relax.
Pretty high.
All right,
No.
next topic then. At Jackpot's request. And it is Blade and Sorcery, which is one of my most wanted games. And it has
Still?
been, like, since fucking... I've been talking about this game since, like, Decepticon was here on Touching Tips back in the day. The very first episodes,
Damn.
whatever. Been desperate for this shit to get on PSVR.
Even
1.
that's before Phasmophobias?
Yeah.
Way before this
The
game,
OG.
before it was even on PC, I wanted it on PSVR 2. Or
The
1,
OG
sorry.
wish list. The
Yeah, this
OG
probably, yeah.
wish list.
Like, I was always really disappointed this one never came. But I always kind of understood the Move controllers were so shit that like it probably wouldn't have been a great port if it did come over. But on PSVR 2, there's no excuse in terms of hardware anymore, just the install base, I guess. But anyway, the news about this is it is finally leaving early access on PC. So on the 17th of June, it's going to be like fully released. It's going to go up in price from $20 to $30. So if you want to grab it before that happens, do it now. And apparently on Quest as well, that will happen. Although the Quest version isn't going to be going to like out of early access until later on in the year. It's going to be PC first on the 17th. But when they tweeted this out, there's a user on Twitter called Cusman, I'm not sure how he says his name. But he's a big PSVR 2 fan. I always see him on Reddit as well. He asked them if there's going to be a PSVR 2 port, and I'll quote their reply. They said, great question. PSVR 2 is something that has been in our peripheral vision for a long time, but we couldn't really consider it because of the current workload. After 1.0, we can definitely look into that. So, obviously, it's not a confirmation or anything like that, but...
It's on our to-do list.
It's
No.
fucking... it's contractors. It's contractors again.
No, I think contractors will come for sure. This one. Fuck,
See,
maybe.
I wrote PSVR 2 on this napkin, so I mean it's on our to-do list.
But if you want this to come to PSVR 2, then I recommend, like, I've retweeted that tweet. So if you go to my profile on Twitter or whatever, like it or comment underneath this and like just let them know you want this shit.
Like content. Don't fuck.
What'd you say? What did you say to me?
Trying to bait people into going. Oh, like mine.
I didn't say like mine. I
mine.
said go like their comment. I've retweeted it. You can find it on my page, and then you can click on it, and then you can find their comment and like that, and reply to their comment, and tell them that you fucking want it. All right, it's nothing to do with me. It's no good for me if you like my comment. I can't make the game come to PSVR 2. Tell them. But yeah, I really, really, really want this. A lot of people say it's like, oh, it's got no, it's just endless killing random NPCs. There's nothing really to us, but this 1.0 version adds this like crystal, I can't remember what it's called, crystal something, where there's like a narrative and there's like procedural dungeons and all kinds of shit that have been added throughout the years. So yeah, I really, really, really want this one. But it looks like Behemoth is going to be with the punch.
Is this one a single player? Or it doesn't have co-op to this one, right? Or
I think it's
don't
just
think
single player.
yeah, that's what I thought.
But the thing with this on PC is like mods are huge for this, and that won't obviously come to PSVR 2. I'm sure they'll probably be like, oh, we'll work with Sony, and then Sony will be like a year later they'll be like, sorry, we couldn't do it because Sony are bitches.
You can have these 3 old mods that no one uses it anymore.
You can make the staff. You can change the color of the staff red.
You can make their heads bigger.
There you go. Cool
To
mods.
celebrate, yeah.
But I think even with what's there, like the base game, I think it's like one of the best in terms of like physical combat. Like the things you can do is crazy because they have magic as well. Like Behemoth has that too, but this game also has the magic where you're like fucking telekinetically like slamming them into walls and shit like that. So you know, it just looks really, really good and brutal.
Good
And,
power fantasy.
Exactly. Which is what I desperately need on PSVR 2.
It is desperately need in general.
You need everything. Everything.
I think I have one of everything. You know, right now on PSVR 2, what I don't need is horror. That's basically what I don't need. I'm not going to say no to horror, but I'm just saying like we've got loads of horror on PSVR 2. You know, we don't need that genre covered. There's other genres we're lacking in though. You know,
Racing. We need more damn racing games.
Well, we will have one. We'll talk about that soon.
Yes.
So get your hopes up for that. But we need an open world. I feel like we really need an open world, like proper, like a Skyrim.
We need some fucking social apps that are fucking locked to not being able to do anything because Sony's gonna sue people.
Yeah, we need I don't want to say Rec Room because it's like a fucking kiddie game or whatever. But we need something like that. You know?
I want to see like
where's
another,
big screen?
I want to see another game like Zenith. Like I want to see like the next iteration of that kind of game, like a big open world, like multiplayer MMO style game, but just like the next level of that, like better graphics and gameplay and everything.
That reminds me, didn't Zenith have like that big kind of like last ditch effort where they're like, hey, if this update doesn't do it, we're fucked. And I feel like nobody's talking about us. I feel like nobody maybe. Like I feel like they're.
It is free to download. I downloaded it, but I never actually tried it yet.
Damn, not even free.
Damn, Muzz won't even play it when it's free. He's gonna let that studio shut down.
No.
Muzz is the new Microsoft.
Purposely. I'm just standing there waiting for it to die. Well, I look at my playlist and I see the icon that I could click on. No.
Meanwhile, I'm on Touch and Tips talking about how I really want a MMO to come to PSVR 2. Damn.
Just not that one.
No, not that one.
Just not that one.
But yeah, Blade and Sorcery. Sorry, Mons, go ahead.
Next, I'll play it now, and then next time we were on Touching Tips, they'll be like, "Oh, it's really, really awesome." I didn't know how good it was.
And then they announced the cancellation. The servers are shutting down in like 2 months.
If only like 3 or 4 people would have signed on in the past month, just a little bit earlier, it would have saved us. But
we're laughing about it now, but you know, it's depressing. Yeah. If you think about it, it gets depressing. You know, so let's try not to think about it too much.
Let's not think about it.
And hopefully I'm wrong, and that it did revive the game and brought some player base back or whatever. But it's just that I'm not hearing anyone talk about it. Like even on the PSVR 2 subreddit or whatever, you know, where there's always like a bit of positivity going on. Nobody's really talking about Zenith.
Nope.
Yeah.
At least I haven't seen it.
Nope.
Anyway.
Now I gotta go try it. You made me feel bad.
Well, you own us. So
let us know next week or whatever. How good is it?
You got homework.
It's
got
worth
homework now, you got to revive.
Okay.
You got to revive and single-handedly make this game thrive.
I won't be here next week, unfortunately.
Because you'd be so addicted to
You're not gonna be here next week either.
I'm going on vacation for 2 weeks.
Oh, 2 weeks?
2 weeks without Muzz? Uh-oh.
Oh my god, where are you going, Muzz?
Yeah, tell us everything.
Going to
Toronto.
Going to the east coast of Canada, where my family lives.
Nice. Is this
Prince
a birthday?
Edward Island.
Is this a birthday celebration, Muzz, or a birthday trip, or is it just?
Nope.
Okay.
Just going to visit.
You did
it. Damn.
Yeah.
East Coast Muzz. That's what they'll call them.
Little PEI.
Damn. Is there anything else left to be said about Blade and Sorcery? It's no guarantee. But man, I really hope
it's not coming.
I really, really hope it does. I mean,
don't think about it.
It will.
They're saying they're talking about it, like they're thinking about it. But if we're being realistic, if they're actually
maybe 2 years from now.
No. I mean, like they're sitting down in a meeting and they're like, "Hey guys, are we bringing this to PSVR 2?" And then someone does the marketing research. It's like, "Well, how many headsets have sold?" And blah 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 blah. And then it's like, "Well, no, it's not. It's not worth this."
No,
look at this guy on YouTube, this pumpkin guy. He said this thing is dead. So we're not gonna fucking port it there. So even though they say these things, I'm definitely scared.
Don't get excited for it. Just don't think about it anymore. It's like Phasmo. Just don't think about it anymore.
But listen, regardless, I'm getting the PC adapter, so I'll be playing it there with mods. Probably all kinds of cool gay porn mods and whatever. So fly through the air with an erection and just like fucking
Big schlongs.
penetrate something when I land.
But that big rock monster, that big
Perfect
rock
aim.
monster.
Golem,
will have
the
a big
golem,
dick, right?
yeah. He's gonna get us. He's gonna get us. I'm gonna knock his rocks off.
did it.
Let me catch up on some comments. LSB says
gone.
every dev
Well
says
done.
the same thing, but I don't know what he's talking about. Important says I see people getting over 100 frames with current GPUs. On Unreal or UE VR games,
Depends on the game, yeah.
Ghost Shots says my son loves Blade and Sorcery. Need a lot of space. But it is fun.
Play in the living room.
Yeah, living room. Not as much space. I need to go back to the old house. Donnie says Zenith is now free to play, but it's a different game now. Interesting. Rogue says, to be fair, Red Room wasn't bad until the Quest released. Rec Room, of course, is what he meant. We had a lot of fun in Rec Room before.
But
before the swarms of children came in,
Privately.
That's where I met Decepticon.
Yeah.
At a funeral, I threw a funeral for a fake person. Jackpot says next topic. Donnie says we want all these games on PSVR 2, but in order to get them, we'd have to sacrifice things like graphics in order to get the fullness of the games sooner rather than later. Just saying. What are you talking about? Blade and Sorcery? Like, I don't think you need to sacrifice.
You're not getting it, Donnie. You're not getting it, Donnie.
I don't think you need to sacrifice graphics, like these graphics, like for PSVR 2. PSVR 2 is high end, Donnie. For Quest, absolutely. Gay porn mod says Donnie. Ram Ranch style, you better believe us. Owen Evans has arrived. He says evening. How you doing, Owen Evans? All right, next topic then.
What is it?
Kayak VR, which is in a very similar situation to Walkabout Mini Golf. We're basically the same. On the Discord, I think they said us. Don't quote me though. That there's going to be an update coming, and they're teasing us as in this could be a substantial one, but they won't say exactly what it is. So people are like, "Yo, is this finally the multiplayer that they've been talking about for ages?" Or
It's definitely the multiplayer. It's definitely.
Oh, Santa Claus in the trailer? Holy shit.
That was like a Christmas thing. That's not for this update. So that's already out, or it was. Maybe it's probably already gone. I don't know.
It's just like a visual.
Oh, that would look cool in VR. The snow coming down.
Right?
That was there in December. That was there in December.
That's this kind of snow that I wanted in Firewall, like in snow map. Why didn't they have snow like that?
I don't know.
Crap.
Maybe it's expensive. Lazy.
You have this game, right? You guys have this game?
Yeah, everybody. I feel like everyone has Kayak. Do it? You have it too?
No, I've never played this shit.
Like this is like a visual. Like this is probably the best looking game on PSVR 2. Maybe Cube is.
It is on. I don't have it yet. It's on sale, but I want to play this snow map. But I guess would the snow map be available right now for me to play, or is this only during they don't make this only available to play during?
I don't know because I never downloaded it again to try it out at the time. So I don't know if it was only like a limited thing or not. I hope not because it's like super nice. Like that's the desert map where they added like snow, but there is like an Antarctic area where you can go around the glaciers and shit.
But this is just like there's nothing, right? You just fucking
you're just running around. Like this is like a time trial thing, I think, but you're just doing it by yourself.
Fuck no, it's a workout.
Yeah, that's it. But like for a long time they were talking about races against other people online, and then like they went quiet for fucking over a fucking year. But hopefully this update is the one that adds this shit. Gives us a reason.
They should have had this game when they came out. They should have had a multiplayer, and not necessarily racing, but just so people can experience at the same time the game.
Yeah, ticking around together. Like even if you just because you can smack the penguins and shit with your oar, and like there's lots of animals and stuff. You can.
Oh shit!
You can beat them. You can beat.
If you can interact with the other people's kayaks as well, and like push their kayak with your paddle, and make push them into rocks and stuff, that would be fun.
That would be fun. And give them a card that says +10 on it.
And suddenly they have 10 kayaks. 10
paddles. 10 times the speed. Danny says, I know, but to get the games quickly is what I was referring to. Yeah, but you're talking, like it depends on the developer, but like if I was a developer and I had a game and it looked really good and I was able to get it looking really good on PSVR 2, but it would take time, I would want to take the time to get it looking its best. so that it best represents the game. Like nobody wants a dodgy fucking port when this is gonna be bad fucking press if they did that. Like if it's looking really good on PC, like for example, Vertigo 2, I think is a game that like really suffered from that. Where apparently the PC version is really good and it got people really hyped up that it was coming, but then when it came to PSVR 2, apparently still the frame rate is like really like laggy and shit in certain areas. I don't know if they're going to fix that or not, but it really put a fucking dampener on all the hype around Vertigo 2. So you got to get it right, or else you're getting fucked. Importance says we've got dynamic foveated rendering. That means we can basically do any PC VR game. Preaches important. People are figuring it out too, like dynamic foveated rendering, because like what's the game? The arena one? Fucking the ones who did Sirento. What's that called again? Hellsweeper.
Hellsplit.
Hellsplit or Hellsweeper? I think the one that's already out.
There's too many Hell games.
Yeah, Hell something from Sirento devs. They like put out
one of the Hell games.
Yeah, one of those Hell games. You know the ones. They put out like a big article saying it took us 6 months to get dynamic foveated rendering to work on PSVR 2, and here's how, and blah blah blah. But like if you read the article, it's like they had to transfer the whole fucking game to a different version of Unity, etc., etc., etc. So when like a new developer is coming along making a game, like they can learn from these mistakes. It's not going to take that length of time, especially when they're openly sharing tips and stuff like they did, which was very cool of them. So hopefully, like developers getting that stuff into the game, like we know with Madison as well. Like they delayed us at the end of March. Like remember, the game was basically about to come out in the next day or two, and they're like, you know what, Unity did an update and now we can get this in, so we're going to delay us until then. And it took them like a month. So it took the other devs 6 months and it took them 1 month. So like it depends on,
Didn't Bulletstorm got a foveated rendering, didn't it?
Yeah. It took them a fucking while as well.
Yeah.
That was like a 6 month wait as well, I think. But like I feel like they were all working by themselves. Like they didn't have others to look to, There was the fucking dude who did No Man's Sky as well. I think he was 6 months at it as well. But that's their own special engine, so like it's not like they could look up a fucking manual on how to do it. He had to figure it out himself.
Yeah.
Johnny says, because it's not like we know of anything in development since Sony tells us everything. Yeah, no. We do. We got one more exclusive coming to PSVR 2. It's called Aces of Thunder, and that's the last one.
That's it. Shut it off after.
That's it. Warmonger, how you doing? Says, enjoy the show. I appreciate you guys keeping PSVR 2 on live support. I think some people would appreciate us not talking about PSVR 2 anymore because
we're the negative.
We're the bad
negative people. You're supposed to be positive and say Sony has a plan. Everyone just believe in Sony.
Yeah, there's like
I've been telling these guys for 6 months. It's all over. They don't listen to me.
Listen, what's happening is there's Without Parole, and they're like Super Mario. And then there's this, and we're like, the like Wario and Waluigi and shit like that. We're like the evil version.
Not even
We're the evil version of Without Parole. All right.
Well, you know what? I just remembered that when you said No Man's Sky, I was actually playing No Man's Sky a few days ago with my buddy that plays on flat screen. But it's cool that I can play with him, and we were doing the new expedition, and I forgot how good that game is in VR. So damn good.
Because they did like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, they got the big new updates.
Yeah, it has a new expedition, a new like weird something like a dead galaxy that you can go to now. It's like all creepy looking. And they finally gave me my update. They finally gave me my update. So if I'm playing with the playing outside of a ship, I can use the sense controllers. But then when you get into a ship, I can just pick up my DualSense controller and fly using that instead of having to do the virtual stick.
Yeah, I hate the virtual stick, which is kind of like we're going to talk about fucking Aces of Thunder soon, but I'm a little bit worried about that.
So I just have it on my have my controller on my like lap here, and then when I'm ready to get into the ship, I just like let the controllers go and just let them drop and pick up my controller and then just
when that DualSense is on your lap and you're playing us with the, like, let's say you're on foot, like, are you feeling that vibration and stuff on both of them? Like, is it going just through the sense controllers, or is there haptics going on in your lap as well?
No, I think it just goes to the ones that you're using, because I don't hear. Okay. Yeah, I think because once I turn them on, it like goes back and forth. So when I pick up my sense controllers, they're dead, and then I press the buttons, and I'm instantly like using my hands. Damn. But when I pick them up and I move them, I'm not seeing my hands until I press the buttons to like transfer it to those controllers. So it's a pretty easy transition. Yeah.
Bad Robo says update to Kayak VR. Jet scooters, damn, that would be cool. I wouldn't say no. Although maybe the maps aren't big enough for jet scooters. I don't know. Donnie says, and I feel like the lab map in Firewall Ultra had snow, but after all the patches, it's no longer there. It was always. It's just like it was faint. You'd have to wait till the fucking like the scoreboard screen. Like you'd have to wait for it to kind of slowly start to fall in, but it was never like really thick or anything. Which was a shame. Ghost shots is zombie mode for sure. Zombie kayak. Maybe the fucking penguins,
Damn.
if you hit them, they come back to life and scuttle onto your fucking kayak, peck the shit out of you.
They jump out of the water and like attack your kayak.
Yeah. Rogue says get scared by snakes. Yes, famously, I did get terrified by a snake in Kayak VR. I didn't see it; it was just there. It didn't even move. It didn't even
You got
move.
scared on
It was
kayak?
just sitting. It was sitting on a rock,
You
and because I
finished-
didn't
and you
see it, it was
finished
like, oh
Madison?
shit! I'm telling you, that shit
I
was
don't
scary
believe it.
because it was so fucking false and realistic. I thought that was a real reticulated python. I saw an article as well, like in the last couple of
You
days,
don't know
of
nothing
a
about
python that
snakes.
killed a woman and ate her. Like they found the woman inside the
Holy
snake's
shit,
belly.
where?
Like fuck, I don't know what country, like Indonesia or some place like that,
Damn.
or maybe Thailand or some like Eastern Asia kind of, or Southeast Asia. LSB says Pete is gonna sick his snakes on you. There you go. Could do with Pete's help. Ghost Shot says Vertigo was a single dev. We'll probably fix it, but will take a sec for sure. If still just him. Yeah, I don't want to be shitting on Vertigo or anything like that. But I'm just giving them the idea, like getting across. You got that one chance to make a good first impression, and now Vertigo 2 has kind of got like that little bit of taint on it. Not that I'm saying that it can't be fixed and it's not an amazing game underneath, and etc. 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 But the bad first impression, like spread that word of mouth around that it's like I'm still waiting for like a big sale on it because of that. Jackpot says Decepticon equals poop. Importance says Muzz loves those lap haptics. Yeah, but I'm disappointed for
Damn.
it because they don't actually function. The dual sexual says Ray. LSP says feel the vibrations. Matt Mirjanovic is
Yeah.
here. He says, when should we
Mike
sell our
Wazowski.
PS? Have some respect, biggest. When should we sell our PSVR 2s, or should we use them for PC and go that way? Can Sony still save this mess? It's up to you.
all
Like, how
over.
do you like the library that we have now, and like the upcoming library that's announced? If you're happy with that, keep it. If you have a PC or are going to get a PC, keep it. But if you're not happy and you're not going to get a PC, sell it.
I'm
And
happy
buy a
with
Quest.
the amount of single player games we have. I'm not happy with the amount of multiplayer games we have.
But you'll have Amanda's PC to keep you going for
Yes, true.
your
But
multiplayer needs.
Forever.
I'm just talking PSVR 2 here. Like on PSVR 2, there's not enough like multiplayer games that you can play on. Like
Well, listen, just give me-
shooters, I guess. That's what I'm talking.
Yeah. Well, I mean, compared to PSVR 1, I feel like, well, maybe not now, but at least near launch or the first year, I felt like we were spoiled, Fucking Firewall, Pavlov, Breachers, fucking, there's another one I'm not, Crossfire, Sierra Squad, like we got all these shooters. Alvo, yes. Although, man, how is Alvo getting on these days? Nobody ever talks about it.
I don't know.
I don't know. His Alvo might be on life support. I don't know.
Is that
It
the
probably
next
has
topic?
it probably
No,
has
it's
a dedicated like player base that wants to go on and play. But I don't,
Once you go on, they just shred you with headshots like in
Yeah.
a second.
yeah, instantly dead.
Yeah. Donnie says they're called laptics. There you go. How'd you like that?
I did
Like
not
that?
like
You
that.
didn't
Yeah.
like that? All right. I liked it, Donnie.
It was
I like
good.
the other one,
My
Dual
plan failed
Sensuals.
though because I didn't realize that the controller got turned off when I turned on my Sense controller, so it didn't work, guys. It didn't work.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Donnie says Alvo has a massive number of leagues playing. Okay. That's good. I'm glad that they still have people keeping things ticking over there. All right. Speaking of keeping things moving, All in One is the next game I want to talk about. That's not the full title,
Where's that?
actually. Man, you're not going to like the video. It's called All in One Summer Sports VR, and it's coming to PSVR.
Oh, it's fishing?
Hold on, let me finish. It's coming to PSVR
Oh,
1.
oh my. Only?
Only
Oh my
PSVR
god!
1.
Why are you?
I think. Let me go into the
me.
details. So this is based on a trophy list that's published on PSN profiles, which famously, when a game is going through the back end and the trophies are going live, they get access to this somehow. I don't know how it works, but they do. And according to that, it's only PS4/PSVR 1.
Is it free?
I don't think so. It's like it's a Wii Sports type game.
I can
You
tell.
got fishing, you got like frisbee, you got other kind of like swimming and shit.
Wait. This game is only coming out on PSVR on PlayStation 4.
According to the leak.
He just like
Couldn't
How is that?
he
How is
couldn't
that
believe it. He's
possible?
like, wait.
Listen, this is where we're at
I
with
heard
PSVR 2.
it. I heard it. I didn't believe it.
Devs make more money
believe it.
porting games to PSVR 1 than they do on PSVR 2. That's what they're doing.
But
They're
this is
dropping
flat
PSVR
too, right?
2.
This is flat.
Is it?
You said
I didn't.
right? You said PS4
The name
and
of the
PSVR
game.
1.
No, but like because I think every single PSVR 1 game would have the PS4 category along with this. That's just how they categorize it. So I don't think it is flat. I think it's like just VR. I could be wrong.
Well, where's the gameplay? Is it free?
I don't know. It
Man.
should be free.
Disgusting.
Cycling. Apparently there's cycling in it as well.
Listen, give it to me for free on the PSVR 2 to shoot this shit for a couple of times, and then that's it. Multiplayer.
Bad
20
says,
people.
What? Ghost says, what the F did you just say? PSVR 1 for the win. This could be wrong. Like, it doesn't really make any sense. This has to be a mistake, doesn't it?
Nah, I don't fucking know.
This has to be, like, who would release a PSVR 1 game right now?
I don't know.
It's
just-
madness.
Doesn't even say VR in there, does it?
I thought we. I
But
thought
the
we
name
were-
of the game is All-in-One Summer Sports VR.
Wait, it's also coming on the Questicle. You don't know what you're talking about.
That's
buddy.
probably already out in Quest, is it?
Is it?
I don't know.
Damn, $20.
Is it? It's
Maybe
already
it's
out on
good.
Quest?
I don't know.
But it has. Look at this guy says awesome from the same guy who bought you all-in-one sport VR, whatever that is. It has mixed reviews. I mean, it has a total of 4.2 stars, maybe.
Yeah, but that's
Out of
VR on a
five?
mech. That's VR on a mech inflating the scores with his multiple accounts on Quest.
Probably.
Hold on.
Well-
Speak of the devil. He's in the chat. VR on a mech. How you doing? He says, big lol on that Mr. Hart shill leader. I don't understand. Christopher Hart isn't here. I don't get it.
It's on Steam too.
Maybe there's some juice going on over on Twitter or something. Matt Marjanovic says, sea of PSVR 1 games still being released. So if all PSVR 1 games could port over like Unreal Engine Viewer hype type patch or updates, that would be a game changer. But is that even possible at this point? No, it's not possible, I don't think, because of the way the tracking
Wow.
works. What?
I'm just looking everywhere. They have it on Steam, right? You
Like, is
get
it
on
already out?
Steam.
Is it already out?
Relax, don't yell at me. Yeah,
sorry.
it's an early access. It's an early access on Steam, so yes.
Early
And then
access.
here, yeah, and then on Quest, it says you can buy it for $20. I think it's already out.
Does it have
yeah, it's already
gameplay?
out.
I want to look. I want to see what it looks like when you're playing.
Yes.
Like I'm not.
Yes, you can just share my screen. I can show you some gameplay, you bitches.
This-
All right, fine. I won't
Do it. Do it. Nobody said no.
Do it.
Just do it if you want
Do
to.
it.
Does that replace your face or does it add another box? I can't remember how that works.
I don't know, but who do you want
We'll
me to
find
pick?
out.
There's a lot of videos. Where are we stealing their
Just
shit
pick some
from?
Just pick some gameplay.
Relax,
Just
buddy.
pick some fucking. Like, how's the swimming going to work? Well, I guess I could see swimming working, but cycling? What are you going to do? Like,
Yeah, I don't know how
wiggle
you're
your hands
cycling.
around like you're
Yeah.
cycling.
Dude, go like this with your hands.
Yeah,
and
like dog paddle.
dog paddle with your.
Bad Robo says Return of
Yeah.
the Living Dead. I mean, I'm happy for PSVR 1 if it's still like PSVR
not.
1 people.
How do you
I'm not
share
happy
your
at all.
screen? You little
I'm
skanks.
bitter and angry that
Share
they're
your
getting
screen.
something.
This can't be right though. It can't be right.
Bing
PS4 1
videos?
hits me right in the nostalgia, says LSP. Ghost Shot says the only one to successfully switch from PSVR 1 to normal controls I know of is Iron Man. Not sure it would be one size fits all situation though. Those creepy ass avatars are freaking me out, says LSP. They're definitely going for the Wii Sports look.
I don't know if I'm doing something.
Something's happening. I
You
gotta.
seeing it?
Well, I gotta change the camera here to.
Do it. I don't know who this guy is.
Actually, you know what? Let me no, that's gonna mess it up. That's gonna mess it up.
Yeah,
Cancel us.
alright.
Cancel us.
Bail. Bail.
Relax,
Cancel
relax,
us
relax. I'll
immediately.
tell you all about it.
Hold on a sec. If I click watch stream on here, like Muzz is gone, but
I already closed it.
that's
you
messed up
bitch.
everything. That's messed up everything. What have you done?
Relax.
Get rid of this. How do I get rid of this?
I am. Just
How do I
listen,
get rid
just
of it?
relax.
Turn it off
I
right
am
now.
getting
I'm
rid of
panicking.
it. Talk to me like
panicking.
that, all right?
Do I hit close stream?
Don't hit anything.
There we go. I hit close
That's
stream.
it.
That fixes.
You need to
All
calm
right, don't
down.
worry about us. Everyone needs to relax. Everything's
Oh, it looks amazing, guys. Buy it.
fine. Can I get the digital deluxe edition, please?
It'll be the best party game we could ever play.
Jackpot's going to break your stream. He probably would.
You guys, you put panic for no reason right there. You need to relax.
Everything hinges on the smoothness of my show here. All right, so I'm going to lose subscribers. I'm going to bleed them.
You
Already
did.
lost.
So yeah, this is mysterious. Can't be right. Can't be
Mysterious,
right.
but-
Like surely it's coming. If it's coming to PS4 one, then
I
it has
told
to
you.
also be coming to
PSVR
PS4 two.
1 only. I looked at the
What do you
store.
mean you
but-
told me? I told you. You didn't
But I
believe
just
me.
confirmed because you didn't even know what the fuck you were talking about.
You're telling me this is on the store already?
No.
PlayStation
Well,
Store?
you can see it on the store, but you can't buy it.
But you can like it says what it's coming to, does it? Like you can like wish
Yep,
list it
and
or
it
whatever.
says and it says only PSVR 1 and it says the move controllers or whatever the fuck those trash things we
Oh my
had.
God, the dildos. Why?
It says right
Why
here,
would they
look.
do this? I believe you. I believe you, but I'm just saying why.
It's just a
What's going
store.
on? What's going on? If you're the developer, what's your decision making process behind this? How are you coming to that conclusion? Do you not? Do you
It's
just not
weird
know?
because-
Do you not know there's a second one out now? There's a PSVR 2. Is that what
Maybe
it is?
maybe they're just thinking more people own PSVR than PSVR 2, so they're like,
Maybe.
there's more money to be made. If,
Because
Technically,
it's on the
that's true.
Quest and on Steam, so it's weird that it's only PSVR 1.
But, you know, more people own PSVR 2 than they did. Or sorry,
I'm telling you,
PS2
this
than
is like,
PS5.
what
Right.
more?
You know?
What more do you need
but
to
also
know?
a lot of people that have a PSVR 2, PSVR 2 that's had the PSVR, like myself, never play the PSVR anymore. So even though a lot of people own the PSVR, how many people
100%,
actually
yeah, it's
play it,
bizarre.
or they're locked in a closet, like, or packed
I think
away
they
in
made
an
a
attic or-
mistake. I think they just don't know that there's a
Yeah.
PSVR 2. I think because Sony
Yeah,
done such a
I'm
poor
sure-
job
I'm sure
marketing
of-
this, they just
I'm
don't know
sure.
it exists. They're
They-
going to be
they
shocked.
didn't-
They're going to be shocked when people are like, "Where's the PSVR 2 version?"
They don't look at social media or watch YouTubers, so they have no idea about PSVR
No.
2.
No,
That's the only way you would
this
know.
game was developed in North Korea, where they don't have
Yeah.
access to social media. They don't know what's going on.
Oh, shit.
Damn
basketball?
That's volleyball, you
There's
pleb.
They also have basketball, bitch. I'm looking at another trailer. They got
All
bowling.
right, so, listen, there's too much activities.
Anyways, next topic. Buy it.
Cool. Is this the new update for Walkabout? Says 86 the Mad Hasser. Well, they added textures, I suppose. That'd be something. Bad Robo says, I played Astro Boss on PSVR a few days ago, and the game still looks great. Apart from the resolution, it is technically the best platformer for VR.
This is the best
I'm
platformer,
Max-
probably.
How about that Max
period,
Mustard?
really.
For maximum,
Is it
better than Max Mustard?
mustard.
I don't know.
That game's
I'm not
outside.
lucky. I'm not lucky enough to get it for like $3.99 or whatever the hell that sale was. that you guys
Fucking hell, that was
You
ridiculous.
should have done it. It went to the fucking. That was their tactic to get to the number one selling game. So like I
Sell
said,
your
look,
game for like
our game is
$2.
number one.
All we had to
Yeah,
do.
at
Hey,
$3,
give it away.
a lot of people are gonna buy it.
Yeah, I probably would have got it for that price.
But I've heard it's good too. I'm not gonna shit on it because I heard it's really good for what it is. Right? It's not
Yeah.
bad.
It's like as
That's what I heard.
But like if you're in our position where you're used to have Astrobot, it's just gonna feel, I would imagine, feel painful to play it and be like,
I don't think
this
so.
is this, no
It's a good
Astrobot,
game.
this is this.
Nah, if it's a
Max
good- oh,
Mustard is
for
where
you.
is the way
Max
for me now.
Mustard is.
Listen, Max Mustard's gonna be a household name in a couple years.
You got like your
Yeah,
cosplay,
I
you got
hope
your
not.
Astrobot cosplay, sitting down, playing Max Mustard.
Yeah.
You know what?
Um,
It could be a really awesome game. It's just whoever decided on the name of that game just like.
I know it's a little weird, huh? Who knows? Maybe it has a
Stupid
backstory,
name.
and you're like, "Oh shit!"
I don't
it
give a
hits you in
shit.
the-
I don't give a
heart.
shit if there's a backstory. Whoever made the name for that game.
What's wrong
just,
with this? What is wrong with that name?
It's a stupid name.
He wears yellow
makes
like
me-
mustard.
It's
It
for
makes
little
me-
kids, you know. It's for little kids.
It makes me like it.
Isn't Crash
Honestly-
Bandicoot a stupid name?
No, it's not.
No, why not? Why not? I think like Metal Gear Solid. I think is a stupid name. My favorite game, but I think Metal Gear Solid is a stupid. Like when I heard it first as a child, I was like, "What the fuck does that mean?" Metal Gear Solid. Anyway, whatever. It doesn't matter.
You just say it's made in Japan, so it makes sense.
Yeah, that's true. Well, maybe these are foreign games too. Like English is not their first language. You know, maybe Max
no
Mustard
excuse.
sounds really cool in Czechoslovakian or whatever it is.
No excuse.
All right,
Should
fair
not
enough.
should not have a name called Max Mustard
Okay.
for
All
a
right.
game of any kind.
I'll let you have
Yeah, I
it,
feel like
Mus.
they
I
could
agree
have
with you.
probably. I mean, they sold the copies, right? So they're doing fine. But I feel like
They're
Only 'cause
number
it's
one. They're number
$3.99.
one on
Only 'cause
Quest,
it's
Mus. You don't know
$3.99.
what you're talking about. It's a hot success.
just some
Johnny,
fucking samurai platformer.
Donnie says North Korea. This game has spyware in it. Could. Mas Marjanovic says, is PSVR 1 better on PS5 with that free adapter or on PS4 Pro? Mine is in the corner losing value and accumulating dust. Hope my PSVR 2 doesn't join the corner too. That's a good question,
will.
actually. Did the PS5 enhance? Like, did you get all the
Nope.
PS4 Pro enhancements?
It
I think
did,
you
but it
should.
didn't.
Because it does it, like, it puts it in, like, backwards compatibility mode. So, like, the PlayStation, like, the PSVR 1 thinks it's running on a PS4 Pro, I think.
I mean, technically, probably it is, but nothing like, oh man, I'm playing this game now and it looks way better. It's a different game.
No, but it's like the
I mean,
PS4 Pro versions of the games. Like, it's not the
I thought
standard.
the PS4 Pro versions of the games. Were you talking about VR or about just flat
Of PSVR 1
PS4?
games. PSVR 1 games. Like Skyrim
Oh,
VR,
okay.
for example, or, you know,
Yeah,
Arizona
I guess it depends
Sunshine
on the
and shit,
game.
you know.
I didn't feel like there was that much of a difference.
But
to be
definitely
honest.
depended. It definitely depended on the game. Some of them were big. Arizona Sunshine was a big improvement. Ghost Shot
Yeah.
says, if they made it specifically for DualSense, it seems like PSVR 2 is trying to avoid that. Might have been making it at just the wrong time with no affordable upgrade to PSVR 2. That is crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what these people are doing. I have to look into the developer, see what their story is. Bad Robo says PSVR 2 is selling so badly that they are now making games for PSVR 1. That's it. I have my notes here. Is PSVR 1 considered more profitable for devs than PSVR 2? You know? That can't be the case. I hope. A6 the Madhouser says, GG's to them. I bought Max Mustard for that cheap price just because. Exactly, who wouldn't? You can
Me
never,
too.
even if you
Me
never
too.
play it, you just grab it. You know, $3.
Well,
whatever.
because they say it's good. $3. Why
Yeah,
not?
yeah, but you're playing contractors for every day for the rest of your life, so you're never going to play.
But maybe
Max Mustard.
Amanda wants to play Max Mustard.
Okay,
You never
okay,
know.
okay. Bad Robo says Astro on PS4 1 looks better than Max Mustard, of course, apart from the resolution. Yeah, but look, they have the budget. I don't want to be shitting on the Max Mustard developers. They're indie, they're small. But
Just the name, that's all. Just the name.
just the name.
Just-
Rogue says Max Mustard is Australian. Lamau, damn.
Is it?
That explains
Damn,
it.
Australian. They love the maybe they have an
Criminals,
obsession with
them
mustard.
criminals. That's a
You guys-
criminal name for a
They
criminal
love
game.
mustard.
Is mustard your Canadian maple syrup? Is
Maple
that,
syrup.
is
Maybe.
that what you
No,
guys
I
go
think
crazy for in
what
Australia?
he's saying is that like it's developed in Australia.
Yeah. that's what I
Okay,
mean.
sorry. Just
That's
I
what
thought
it
maybe you were thinking of mustard as an Australian
Okay.
food. Like, I just wanted to be clear.
No, it's just how they're crazy over mustard over there. Maybe.
LSB says Kurt Ketchup. Is there like another character in the game that has ketchup? Don't you dare ever do that again.
LSB's trying to put that joke for like 5 days. He's
That
trying to
Kurt
push
Ketchup?
that joke. That one. I've been waiting 5 days to play that.
I need to
drum
know if
when
there
he
is
makes
other,
it.
like is there other characters in the game with different condiment names like ketchup,
I
and
think. I don't think so.
mayonnaise,
I
and
hope not. It'll
salt,
just be worse.
pepper. Rogue says maybe they liked Commander Keen, Keen's mustard, Max mustard. I don't know. Don't know what the fuck
Play
you're
it.
talking about, Rogue.
I'll ask Amanda to play it, and then I'll tell you all about it next time.
All right.
Good.
Bad Robo says these are the scenes from PS4 Pro. Better resolution and other effects in some games. Max mayonnaise. Some lols. Max Mustard was named, so their sequel can be Kurt Ketchup.
Stop it. Next
All
topic.
right, next topic is Breachers.
Oh, yeah.
And although we don't have any footage yet because they don't have a trailer out for it yet, they have shown a few screenshots and they've gone into some details about the next updates, which is like I wasn't expecting one to come so quick because the first two maps that I felt like we were waiting ages to get those, and then all of a sudden there's another map upon us already. Like I think it's
They're
already
rolling.
out.
They're rolling.
They're rolling,
They
yeah.
got it going.
They got
Yeah.
this
Well, the check's
damn-
finally clear. They gotta wait like 3 months, 4 months until the check's clear because people
Your-
want refunds.
Your checks were bouncing. But the new map is Damn. It's the biggest one they've done. I don't know whatever the details do I have here. It's out now. So if you want to play it, play it right now. It also adds other stuff like death recap, which is pretty cool. It's like when you get killed, it shows like a freeze frame of like the stats, who killed you, the angle of the bullet going into you, what weapon they were using, etc., etc.
That's cool. That's
I
cool.
think.
Cool.
I didn't like.
Kill cam will be better, but that's
well.
cool.
Now you're gonna let me down if that's not it.
Well, it's like something along those lines. It's something along those lines. But and then they said like it's prone to issues if the player that kills you has like high ping or whatever. So be wary of that. They've added a bunch of other stuff as well, like kind of general fixes and stuff like that. But the big thing is the map and the what's that name? Death recap. Those are the big things, which is cool. Got to try it out. Of course, they've had that ranked mode out for like a while now. I wonder how that's going.
Fucking too sweaty. Is there the map is only for the regular mode, not for team deathmatch, right?
I assume so. But they've got the outpost map for the team
they got
deathmatch,
the other one. Yeah, they got two now.
Yeah.
I still
a good game.
I don't understand why they just don't make every map available for multiplayer, like in team deathmatch. Like why don't?
Because
Maybe if it doesn't work.
It has to be.
It doesn't matter.
It has to be about symmetry. Like if it's deathmatch, then you need like an even map layout. Whereas the other modes are more like one team can defend, so they get the defensive position that's easier to defend than the like attacking ones or whatever. That's what I would guess. But still, it'd be nice to give us the option.
Exactly. Give us the option. If people don't like it, then just
don't
play the other maps then.
Exactly. They also dropped a roadmap for Breachers, says Donnie. I didn't see that. Brad Breachers says 86 to Matt. NSV says the guys behind Breachers get mad props from me for supporting their game. And they have the B haptic support as well on PSVR 2, and it's only them and Legendary Tales that are doing that.
For me, overall is the best overall with all the things, the best shooter. I like the gun mechanics of Pavlov, but
Pavlov.
For me, this one is the one that I can jump in.
I can't. No, it's just the smoke. It's just the smoke. How can you get over it?
Speaking of Pavlov, why don't we have the freaking gun skins in PlayStation VR 2 version?
Yeah, that's disgusting, isn't it? I didn't even watch that trailer because I thought it was just them getting the maps that we got, the awesome map and shit. But then you said that, and I was like, oh, what's he talking about? So then I watched the trailer, and I was like, they get like 50 weapon skins and shit. I was like, what the fuck?
And trinkets.
And trinkets, yeah.
They got, what the hell?
Fair enough. Obviously,
your shit.
That's the popular version. Like, they've actually got people playing, even if they're like toddlers, but they're still playing us on the Quest. And they're leaving us but surely that's easy to port over. Like, why are we still like? How is it not released together?
I don't know.
These
why
are just
why does everything?
These are just.
Why does everything take forever to do anything?
I don't know.
For any VR game.
Maybe each trinket has to go through Sony's QA process.
Yeah, they have to inspect it. They put on like the little medical goggles.
Talking about trinkets, did you see GT had a trinket or has a trinket in Contractors?
Yeah, that's
really?
pretty cool. Yeah, he has like his gamer tag logo on the gun. That's
interesting.
Pretty sweet.
You can buy it too.
Have had
like anybody can get it.
My references and famous.
You didn't have nothing. That was you were making it up in your head somehow. Mental gymnastics.
Firewall,
those
zero.
Those days are long gone.
Like you see these numbers here. If you see these numbers and you multiply them by 5 and you divide them by 6 and you add this and you add that, then you get my name.
Listen, can I just say, from what I understand, more people are playing Firewall 0 Hour than they are playing Firewall Ultra. That could be wrong, but that's from what I hear, and we all know why.
I wouldn't be surprised.
We all know why.
I believe it.
We all know why. We all know that. It's because the hanger map.
It's not have to do with your
hanger map.
map.
It's the face paint. It's the hanger map. It's the pumpkin skins on the clothes and the weapons. It's That's
one of the best VR games ever made.
That's all Ultra needed. That's all Ultra needed to be perfect.
They just need to port 0 Hour to let us play PSVR 2 with PSVR 1, Firewall 0 Hour. But if you have the PSVR 2, you get the feedback. You
needed more bar charts. It was missing the bar charts.
Well, it has some bar charts. It does.
I don't want to talk about Firewall. Let's not open that can of worms.
No, try not to.
No, that was it. That was our quota for the day, guys.
NSB says, and all for free. Yes, in fairness, Preachers needs to get a shout out for the fact that all this stuff is free. That's good stuff. Although when it comes to like VR multiplayer stuff, it's like it would be a death sentence for them to try and split the player base up with like adding a new map that's paid. Like Pavlov does it for free. Firewall did all their maps for free. Like they've all done that. smartly.
Yep.
Of course, if they were doing Call of Duty numbers or whatever, then they could afford to split the fuck out of the player base. Max Bastard says bad robo. Damn, we're getting violent. We're getting vicious now. Great Tantrum, how you doing? Says, what's up? How's it happening? I don't know how it's happening, but it is. Donnie says Firewall Zero does have more of a player base than Firewall Ultra. People are playing it all day. Not surprised, but I'm sure the aim controller is a big part of that too.
Mm-hmm.
You
Like
just
something.
can't, you just can't beat that two-handed weapon. Anyway, next topic is EXOcars. Muzz, the man who wants more racing car games. Apparently, your wish is about to be granted. And when I say about to be, I mean probably like in 6 years, whenever it actually releases. But this game was posted on Reddit. Like the guy was advertising this on Reddit. I think it's like a very small team. If it's not just one dude, I don't know. It will be coming to Steam VR, Meta, and Pico, and then they say later on it will come to PSVR 2.
Of course, we play the waiting game yet again.
We are low. We are the lowest priority. We are the dirt.
Always.
We're the scum at the bottom of the toilet bowl. But
we have the best headset with the best capabilities. But who gives a shit about that one?
So he released alongside this like a teaser, which is like just him driving around a lap, like a desert environment. Nothing crazy going on. There's a few other like it looks like Motorstorm, like the first Motorstorm.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
I'm not like too excited about it. Like I'm looking at this and I was like, well, is this doing anything that like Gran Turismo 7 doesn't do? Like if it had like crazy jumps and boosts, like that kind of shit going on, maybe that would differentiate it more. And it might have all this stuff, but I'm just saying, just from this early glimpse, well, it looks decent, and I wouldn't like I'd keep my eye on it. I'm not like crazy about it or anything.
That game looks like it would be perfect for like weaponized combat. Like if you could have like you're steering with one hand and have like an Uzi and shoot at your teammate or shoot at the other people with like a gun, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Right.
Or even just pickups. Like if it had to be just vehicle only,
Machine
weapons,
guns,
just something
and like pickups.
like that.
Yeah.
We would
like it would be cool if you could have like a racing playing this game with the racing wheel, so you can like have one hand on your wheel and then your other hand's holding a gun, so you're basically shooting while you're driving.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
There should be some like this, but like some Mad Max shit, and all the different cars have different fucking things besides the
basically
pickup.
Twisted Metal. You're just describing Twisted Metal. Like,
Yeah, but with
I'm watching that
racing.
series, by the way. I'm in the middle of watching that, and it's like just making me think, fucking hell, because there was a Twisted Metal game in development that got cancelled, and it should have had PS4 2 support if it was real. But Sony, of course, fumbled the bag once again, and instead we're getting Concord. So look forward to Concord. You pre-order Concord right now for beta access in August, please.
Oh, thanks.
Generic, dumbass Guardians of the Galaxy ripoff bullshit.
Yeah. Like, how do they not have people telling them, no, this won't go down well? Anyway, what do I know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Nothing.
Great Tantrum says, EXOcars looks promising. LSB says, is this racing game a PSVR 2 exclusive? No. Like I told you before, actually, no, there's 2 PSVR 2 exclusives. There's Aces of Thunder. There's also that Death Relives game, but that's flat too, so I don't know if you count that as exclusive.
Yeah. And Wanderer.
That's coming to Quest and everything else, though. That's not PSVR 2.
Oh, I thought it was only PSVR 2.
Yeah.
Black. Well, it'll still be.
It's already out. Like technically, it's already. It's like just a remaster.
Well, it's a pretty
remake.
Good remaster.
Well, yeah, it's like in depth.
It's they're adding gameplay to it and stuff, and new features and stuff.
I think maybe that is only PSVR 2. I could be wrong, but I assume it's coming to like PC VR as well. Maybe somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I could very well be wrong.
You're probably wrong.
I probably am wrong. Great Tantrum says a beta looking footage, but I hope it will be a fun racer. Yeah, it's just that it looks a little bit. I don't know. It's very early footage. Probably won't be out for like a year, maybe more, or whatever. But just looks a little bit basic. It's like a flash. There's no hills and no cool jumps or anything like that. Yeah, he's got like a ghost mode thing on, which is
unless you can turn that off and on. Maybe you can turn that off and on. Who knows? Like
I don't know if that's supposed to be like representing an online race, or is it single player only, or we don't know anything really about it yet. Or at least I don't. I didn't look into it enough. I should have, but it's probably not coming to PSVR 2 for a long time.
there's so many good games they could make with like just thinking about driving cars and like shooting guns while you're driving and having like an option of having a driver and then someone in the like on the back like on a turret that you're shooting like while the other guy's driving, so you can shoot people coming up behind you. Like so many cool things you could do with that kind of idea.
Maybe we'll see that
I
in
know
the Walkabout mini golf update on Thursday. Got the
Maybe.
little golf cart and then someone riding the back on it with a fucking
With a gun
machine
turret.
gun. 50 cal.
Maybe.
You never know. You know, golf carts fit into it. Fit the theme. Matt Hazard says, I like how in his trailer comments it's 90% people saying they will buy it on PSVR 2. Haha, they're making sure they get this one. But this is kind of like it got posted to the fucking PSVR 2 Reddit. So then all of a sudden people are like, yo, fuck, we got to show the support. It's kind of like with the Astrobot thing. If you look at the post on the PlayStation blog, there's like 300 comments and most of them are saying PSVR 2, but they're not going to, that doesn't change anything, you know? So you don't look at 300 and think, wow, we better do this. They know it's like a little campaign. It's not going to move the needle at all. Anyway, I'm being negative again. Matt Marjanovic says, best racing is still Gran Turismo 7 and a steering wheel compared to buying a sit-down immersive arcade. Even with PSVR 2 going the way of PS Vita, it's still worth it all to me as long as my disc always plays. Yeah, a lot of people would say PSVR 2 is worth it just for Gran Turismo 7. And you can't argue with it, you know. It's probably one of the best VR games of all times.
Yeah, and you still haven't experienced it with like a really good racing.
Yeah, just I've only used DualSense. That's it. And I still think it's amazing with the DualSense. Ghost Shot says best thing from Twisted Metal series was Sweet Tooth scenes. My favorite scene was he stops at a checkpoint and like there's like a cop. Listen, it's a joke, okay? He says, I want to see your O or L. It's like a type of license or whatever, and he just says, did you just ask me for oral? And I know myself and my girlfriend were watching it and we both laughed at that. Just the way it's the delivery. I'm not doing it justice, but that was a funny scene. Anyway,
great.
Thank
I
you.
want to see it. Yeah.
Thank you. Sony owes me royalties. What do we know about known stuff? Says Donnie. Exactly. Next topic is Jackboss. As you wish. It's the last topic, by the way. It's the last one. All right, you rushed me through every single topic. You know, I had so much to say. I had so much to say about all these things. I had essays. I had 2,000 words more left to say about EXOcars.
You did no research.
You gotta force me through it.
This is all I want to talk about.
Anyway,
this is all I want to talk
about. This is the focus here because this came. Like I wish this came out earlier. So because the title of this would have been Aces of Thunder Fuzzage or Aces of Thunder is still alive or something like that.
This game's so bad.
It's coming. It is still coming.
I know. I just hope it's at least 2v2 multiplayer. At least.
No, it's gotta be more than that.
Let me just go over this before we go on.
I'm scared.
Okay. So we got new footage, as you can see, playing right now. Strangely enough, the only place they put this was on Instagram. You can't find it on their Twitter. It's not on their YouTube. Like, what the fuck are they doing? Anyway, alongside the footage, there's like a good bit of text to go along with it. So I'll just read that out real quick. So, welcome to our regular news article. Well, first of all, I think this is like, English is not their first language, so like some of the wording might sound a bit strange. But anyway, welcome to our regular news article where we show you aircraft that will arrive with the launch of the upcoming realistic flight simulator, Aces of Thunder, currently in development for PSVR 2. Doesn't mention any other headset, by the way. This time, we'll touch on the aircraft that were used in the Eastern Front. So the addition of the Soviet Air Force in Aces of Thunder will welcome aircraft that are capable of taking on the wonders of mighty German aircraft. These are the Yak-9, which was also flown by Yugoslav partisans, the lighter and more agile Yak-3, and the somewhat maneuverable LA-5N. But it's impossible not to talk about the earlier IL-2 attack aircraft, as it's one of the most known aircraft in history, nicknamed by its designers as the Flying Tank. This aircraft has bombs that are capable of destroying German armor. So that's nice. 4 airplanes they've listed. Okay, so these aircraft will be immediately unlocked and available to players at the start of Aces of Thunder. Whatever one you want to take into a combat mission in virtual reality is entirely your choice. And soon we'll continue our news, this time about aircraft of the country represented in the game, which held back the power of the Luftwaffe early in the war, which I assume is talking about like British, like Spitfires and shit. So it sounds like there's going to be like a video like this or a post like this every few weeks where they're going to talk about the different countries. Like this is the Soviet one. So you're looking at now these 4 Soviet planes, and then the next one could be British. I'm just guessing. I don't know anything about
I really
World War II.
like that. I really like that they're doing that because we were talking about this before. We were hoping that it wasn't just different countries, the different planes that do the same thing. It looks like there's gonna be different types of planes that do totally different things. Bombers, more agile planes, more maneuverable planes, all kinds of shit. I'm just hoping that besides the regular team deathmatch type shit online, we have ability to use this fucking other planes, the bigger ones, and then let's say, okay, you're gonna be the bomber and we're gonna be the other ones, and the mission is to protect or to fucking destroy this base or this fucking factory or whatever, and then the defending team has different planes or whatever like that. I hope they implement that and we have the ability to use those planes not only in single player. I think that'll be spice it up besides the regular team deathmatch.
Yeah, so maybe we can guess the number of planes too, just based on that information. Like how many factions do you think there'll be? So Soviet Union, obviously. British is probably another one, and then Germany is probably another one. So if they all have 4 each, you're talking about maybe 12 planes. But could there be another fact like Japan?
I don't
Japan
know
could be in
if
there
Japan would
too.
have one.
So then you're
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah.
16 planes maybe. You'd imagine they'd have the same amount of planes for each faction.
but
That'd be
probably we're
reasonable.
not very different, right? If there's a bomber for Germany, maybe the Japanese one is very similar.
Maybe,
Maybe
yeah,
just they change
yeah.
flags.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're just gonna actually go with the more realistic and pick the same ones, but for the the Japanese bombers, the one that they use, the ones that the Germans use. But fuck, man, I'm very excited about this game. We've all been very excited, but this is gonna be the one that I'll take all the dust out of my PlayStation and play even single player, because I don't play single player games.
Yeah.
I'll play the shit out of this by myself.
What do you like? Have you studied the footage? Like, what do you think about what they've shown? And like, it's only what
Well, look,
20
It,
seconds long.
it
Yeah.
looks great. Like even this, that it's not a bomber really. The dude is like shooting. It looks like a tank from like really low flying. That looks fucking awesome. The way that this guy right now is with the machine gun shooting at the plane, the way that the debris falls, the graphics. Look at the fucking floor, how it looks.
Yeah, the draw distance is like really impressive too. Like I thought, like it
the
stretches
yeah.
off.
everything about
You
the
can
game.
you can get some pretty
Visually,
high
it's
altitude as well.
fucking
You,
great.
you can go pretty high. Like that shot right there is like you're above the clouds and it's really high.
This
And-
one here,
and also
I
they
just
have
paused it here. Like
experience.
there's like a snow kind of scape
Yeah,
that looks
that
really,
one looks
really
fucking
nice.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean these guys have experience with the VR, right? Because they do have the PC VR version of the other game. So I'm very excited. Yeah, I don't think we'll get disappointed really bad.
noticing-
Like I said, I'm scared
There's
about
one
the
thing-
multiplayer.
It's one thing I
I'm
want to
noticing
point
that
out.
you don't have a body though. I don't see your you don't see
Yeah.
legs or anything for your pilot as you're just kind of floating there. But I don't think that matters.
Didn't they
'cause
show
you're
it like in an
in
earlier trailer? Like you pull open the window with like a hand? No,
Mm-hmm.
was that my imagination?
Yeah, they
Every-
did, didn't they? I'm
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
But I've
That was
paused.
while it was in the air.
Maybe a
maybe
takeoff.
maybe
maybe at the-
maybe you can only see your hands and you don't see your like legs or arms and stuff.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
But I've paused it here because I wanted to point out one thing that I thought was really cool. Like as soon as I play it now, you'll just like the plane flies towards this guy, and you just like the sense of speed is like fucking unreal how fast it's gone. Like so, as soon as I hit play, it's just gonna zoom past. Boom, like it was like that shit's gonna be crazy. If that's like if you're like head-on collision with one of these people, you're gonna flinch. Inside the headset,
That'll be
it's gonna
cool.
be fucking
Fucking suicide.
yeah.
know.
Get them Japanese kamikaze fucking planes.
Flying right into you.
That'd be cool. Like do a kamikaze mission. If it was like a American fucking what you call those big ships on the warships or fucking aircraft carriers. If they had one of them,
Aircraft
just
carriers, yeah.
fly your planes into the aircraft carrier and then respawn
I
and do it
really
again.
hope we don't take more than a couple months to get this.
Well, this like February was the last thing we heard from these guys, and then they popped up 4 months later with this 20-second clip. And back in
See,
February, they were
November.
saying like, "Oh, we're just doing testing. We're nearly done." So what's
Maybe,
going on?
maybe after summer, September.
The way that the way that VR is going to be perfected in the future, like this game looks amazing, but the thing that's going to like put it over the edge when they can do it is have like you're in the cockpit, but your head, like other people can see your actions, like you're moving your head and your hands, and you can do hand gestures. Imagine flying over somebody else upside down, like over their cockpit, and as you're going, you're giving them the finger as you go over the cockpit.
Yeah, I really hope you can see that. Like, I know you can't see your own body, maybe it looks like, but maybe you can see other player avatars, and maybe at least that the heads
cool.
could be tracked at least, or something like that would be something.
If you could, if you could see the people moving around in the cockpits, that would be pretty cool.
Because Gran Turismo 7 is like really disappointing how like you can't see like just the head turning at least. Fair enough, the hands, but like just let us see the heads turning. That would make such a difference. But yeah, I get what you mean. That would add a lot. In terms of like, I was trying to keep, because we've been trying to figure out for a while, like, what's the player count going to be on this? But first of all, this kind of doesn't really look PvP.
They never show anything that we can
this.
see that it's, you know, like more than 2 fucking players. Because there's one video they show at the beginning, but that looked straight up like fucking single player. Because they were like perfectly flying in a fucking formation and all that shit. So,
but they show that off in the trailer anyway, though. Like, they've never mentioned single player as far as I know. Like, it's been multiplayer focused the whole time. So unless it's like co-op.
But there was way too many fucking planes for it to be multiplayer in that first video.
Yeah, but that could be a co-op thing. You know, there could be like PvE, maybe a squad of 3 or 4 of you take.
It could be like
a big bomber.
It could be like an objective. Like one team has to like protect this escort these planes, and the other team's trying to destroy them, kind of thing.
And maybe there could be like AIs in the mix too, like, you know, like bots that
maybe
are weak and easy to shoot down, but they're just there on the map as well.
I hope there's at least 4 in each team.
We don't even know, like, all this footage that they're showing, there could be like several other planes in the map, but it's just very unlikely that you're going to have a screenshot with like all the planes in one shot, because everyone's going to be flying all over the place.
But you would expect that
they would have to go out of their way. Well, yeah, if they went out of their way to like make sure there's like a shot with like every plane that's fighting in your visual, then you can see. But...
Like, they should show like
they'll just always show one,
like a cinematic camera, like, you know, third person camera.
Yeah.
But from what I could count, like, there was no scene that I could count where there was more than 4 planes like in the one scene. If you know what I mean.
I hope it's it's got to be bare minimum 4 versus 4 for me, like.
But there was like at the end of the trailer, it does show them like attacking a ground target. Like, here, I'll pause it right here. It's like there's a tank or something on the ground and they're shooting at us. I know, but that just points to the idea that there might be like more going on, like more objectives or some like bonus objectives or some kind of shit going on. Like who's controlling the ground force? You know, it's probably an AI. So maybe there's AI planes going on there as well. You know,
I'm sure there's like fucking tanks that shoot at you. They're AI. And you have to destroy them and shit like this. You know?
Even when you look at Star Wars Squadrons, like, they had objectives that you had to do. Like, you had to fly to a Death Star and like blow up these guns, and you had to, like, you know, it wasn't just strictly team versus team. Like, you had other things that you had to do.
Yeah, which I hope is kind of what they go for here too.
I hope it doesn't. I hope it's really hard to maneuver, and it's not like some bullshit like go out of aim assist trash. And that doesn't take that many. I hope it's just realistic, right? I hope it's like, oh man, I'm fucking putting a lot of bullets in this fucking plane, and it should have fucking fall by now, stuff like that. And I hope it's not very easy to maneuver as well. I hope it's a little bit hard. You know, I hope this game is a little bit hard.
What I'm hoping for is that you got 3 control schemes. I want sense controllers, and I want the dual sense, and then I want, like, if you have a stick, then to be able to use that too.
Right, but I just hope it's not too easy. You know. I hope it's hard.
Well, listen, when you're up against other people, then it's always not going to be easy, you know? Because
I know, but you know what I mean, bitch.
They've got the same tools.
Like the aiming, the fucking...
I got you.
All that type of stuff.
But like, from what we're seeing here, like, it's all manual aiming. You got to line up
it's
the
all
sights,
old school.
You know,
there's no lock-on targets here. Like, this is all...
I know, but when you play in a flying game, there's a lot of assistant stuff that you can do. Like, I played that flying simulator game, and I was like, oh, man, I can fucking fly a plane. And then I noticed, and all the assists were on, and then I put the assist off, and then I just fucking crashed every time. I was like, I'm not doing anything different. So I'm just hoping it's not too hard, but I'm hoping it's not too easy to just fucking fly around and be very unrealistic, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like on the look of like the damage as well. Like, you're seeing them shooting.
It looks great.
Planes from behind, like bits of debris and shit are flying off, which I love seeing, like the smoke trails and stuff. I love, in these kind of games, I love, like, when you shoot a plane to the point where it's crashing, and then you can just follow it down to the ground and watch it crash. That's, like it's really stiffy.
These guys, that make this game are very into like realism. So are you
Mm-hmm.
going to be able to run out of ammo? Like these planes would not have unlimited ammo. So
What about
if they do
fuel?
run out of or fuel, but
Mm-hmm.
ammo in particular, like if you run out of ammo, what do you do? Like how do you restock? Like
You
yeah,
got
Probably
an
go back to
emergency
like
handgun
a little
on the
bit.
table.
Yeah, no, maybe there's a little base that you can go back, like
Yeah.
not fly too far, go back, and then you have to land, and then you
land
wait
and
there
then
for
take
like a
off
minute, and then it refuels or
for a few
reloads all
seconds
your thing,
maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking
and then you
minute.
have to take off again. But maybe
I mean,
you're more vulnerable there to get fucking bombed by
I
other
just
people.
die. I just die and let myself respawn with the
Yeah.
Fucking
with
horrible team
the
player.
full magazine. You know.
No, there's gonna be a certain amount of planes you can only respawn. I
Hold
think.
on, let me catch up.
Unless you have like extra ammo like in your cockpit that you can like load your guns like while you're flying or
Yeah.
something, because the guns are mounted on the front of the plane, so maybe the ammo you can actually have access to like reload
Well, didn't we
while you're
see?
flying.
Didn't we see in previous footage like it looked like someone was in the back turret of a plane or something? Like it looked like a two-seater or something. Like, is there going to be co-op where two
If-
people are in the same plane and maybe one can reload for the other one? Or
I don't
Or
know
something like
if
that.
there's if
Probably
there is
not.
something like that, it would probably just be a PV like a co-op experience in the game and not like during multiplayer, because
Yeah, I
that's
don't
just
think
like a
they'll do
team
that.
thing, like 2v2v2,
Yeah.
like two people in each plane or something. I don't know.
You're
I
asking
think
too
it would
much.
be I think it would be fair to have in multiplayer a plane that has a two-seater, but just make it way more like slow and cumbersome to
Yeah.
fly. But you know, you have the advantage of firepower, but the maneuverability sucks basically. To
Maybe can tank a few more hits as well to make up for the size.
yeah, yeah.
Too. Let me check some
Yeah,
comments
that'd
here.
be cool.
Where I'm a little bit behind. VR Namek says Quest has Grid Legends trash. Driven, I've never heard of that one honestly. Upcoming Downtown Club, also never heard of that one. And even this EXOcars, last I heard. To be honest, EXOcars reminds me of Driven. I'd have to look up the other ones because I haven't seen Driven or Downtown Club. VR Namek also says, by the way, going to play it right now for a comparison. Going to play what right now? EXOcars? Is it already out?
Nope.
Okay, well then I don't know what he's talking about. Great Tantrum says playing chicken in the air. Yeah, that fucking scene where the two, like he just flies past them like so quick. The flinching I would do. Bad Robo says, I hope it will be possible to play on DualSense like Gran Turismo 7. Exactly. I agree with
Yes.
that. Because what like Moz said it as well, with No Man's Sky, when you're forced to use the motion controllers, eventually your hands will drift away from where the stick is supposed to be, and then it just gets all finicky and ugly, you know? It's
Yeah.
just,
It never feels right.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing. Like I can play a shooter, like Pavlov, and that's fine. Like it was like a little weird at the beginning, but it didn't take me long just to like get into the groove, and it was no big thing having my hands like not attached, right?
yeah.
But it's different when it comes to like a flight stick. Like it doesn't feel right because
I think it's
like it's because when you're holding a gun in virtual reality, the gun's not attached to anything. So you're just holding the gun and moving it around freely feels normal because it's not attached to anything. But because a flight stick is like part of the plane and your hand isn't attached to that,
yeah.
it doesn't feel right. You're just wiggling your hand around, and there should be tension because the stick should be like part of the.
Do you
Yeah,
think
that's
they
why
could
it
fix
doesn't-
that with like a haptic feedback that they could like? Do you think this they
No.
could do with that? No.
Not for me, like just because if they had some kind of separate, I don't know if they could ever make like a separate device that you could like stick your controllers onto, or like attach your controllers to make it like
Fixed.
yeah fixed onto like some attachment that has like something that you can plug it into, and then
A sweeping
when you
brush
move your
handle. Get a little sweeping
Yeah.
brush, stick it to the ground, and then stick your fucking sense controllers to it.
I'm sure they could design something to make it like you're holding like a flight stick instead of just not attached to anything. But
Yeah.
yeah, I tried playing it so long in No Man's Sky, and as long as I play it, it just makes me more annoyed that I didn't have the controller. Now that I have the controller, I'll never have to
Yeah. Never go back.
play it that way. Never will.
But yeah, there's a Jane. Like, what do we do if they don't support DualSense? Like, is that gonna be a huge off-put?
I'll still have fun playing it, but I'll be annoyed every single time I play it.
Every time you die, it's like fuck. Shouldn't have died.
Pretty
That shouldn't
much.
have happened.
Pretty much.
But
I'll use that as my excuse
I
every
wonder,
time I die.
like, I wonder, would they have like a reason Where they'd be like, well, if we did this, like if we gave people DualSense support, they'd have an unfair advantage when it comes to X, Y, and Z, or
No, that's not doesn't make any sense because people will have the flight stick and they would have advantage over people that are using the controllers that aren't attached. So that doesn't make any sense.
That's a fair point.
And plus, you can it's people's choice how they want to play it. So like if you're losing because you're playing with the motion controls and you're getting beat by someone that has a DualSense, then just use the DualSense and you're on equal playing ground. It's your choice. So.
Important says, I just want to know what the lap haptics are like in Aces of Thunder. The laptics? Asking for a friend. LSP says, is that the GIF I made? I downloaded. Was this a GIF? I didn't realize it was a GIF. But yeah, I downloaded the clip. I assumed it was like an MP4 that you put in the Discord because it looked way cleaner than the fucking... I got a screen recording because it was only on fucking Instagram. It's like... I could only get a screen recording there. And I was on my phone. It was the only way I could do it, so I retweeted it.
Beef.
But like, what are they doing? Like, why are they doing that? Like, what's going on with the marketing over there?
They hate you. They hate you.
Because they have a Twitter account. There's nothing to do with me. I'm just talking about why they want to market their game. Why would you limit it to Instagram where they've only got 500 followers on Instagram?
I don't know.
So what are they doing?
Sony doesn't want this anywhere near their YouTube page.
They barred them. No. They barred them from promoting this. But like even Twitter.
We're not having that VR game promoted on our.
Like what the fuck are they doing? What the fuck are they doing?
And
that raises the question as well. Like if it is a PSVR 2 exclusive, if it stays a PSVR 2 exclusive, are we going to get to a point where we're like, damn, I wish this was multi-plat so we could have more people to play with and cross-play and shit like that? Or
well, maybe because like I thought when Star Wars Squadrons came out, it's like, all right, this will be going forever because it's Star Wars and you're flying, TIE fighters and cool shit. But yeah, that player base didn't hang on very long.
Yeah, because they didn't fucking support it anymore, which was so. If they would have supported like Firewall, I think that game would have stayed alive for very long because it was pretty cool. I like that game.
It was a cool game. Yeah, they just EA just kind of launched it and that was it. They did like one update or something that gave us a new ship and that was about it.
But they were proud of that. They were like from before launch, they're like, this is going to release as a finished product. We're not going to be dragging it out as a live service game. And because EA at the time were just famous for live service games and being shit. And
the fucking game that could work
DLC
as a live service, they fucking don't do it.
Yeah, I don't understand this.
They do it. They're fucking idiots.
And like, even with that, because like Star Wars is such a massive fucking franchise and has so many diehard fans, I always thought like it would still be big regardless because it was still it launched as a good game.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ghost Shot says planes are slow. Takes a minute to find each other. But I don't know what that's a reference to. Bad Robo says there will be bases where you can refuel just like in the flat version. Damn. Is that true? Jackpot says next topic. What a bitch. Shane Humberstone says hello. How you doing, Shane? Bad Robo says the same thing annoyed me in No Man's Sky when I was steering the ship. Yeah. It's like you look down like 5 minutes after you start flying. It's like your hands are a fucking mile away from the stick.
Yeah. I don't realize.
Important says weird that there's no dirt or reflections on your window. Actually, there is reflections. Maybe you can't make it out on this, but when it was on like a bigger full screen, depending, like not everyone had it, but right there.
There is one right there.
There's reflections.
Yep.
I don't know if they're accurate or whatever. Probably not ray traced, but there's something going on there. I think it depends on the cockpit and the angles and whatnot. Mas Marjanovic says, with digital stores closing down over time, do you feel our PSVR 2 games will always work well after abandonment? I know multiplayer servers can close, but as long as I can play all my Resident Evil games, I'm okay. Yeah,
probably.
You'd be good for a long time.
Resident Evil games, the only ones you have to worry are like the multiplayer games like Firewall.
Yeah, worry about Firewall Ultra. Don't worry about Resident Evil. Like even like when they shut down the PS3 store recently, you can still download the stuff you already got there. You just can't buy new stuff from the store. So they keep that stuff on their servers.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All single player games, you're pretty safe no matter what, I think.
Yeah. Don't sweat. Don't worry about maybe in 20 years or something like that. Come back to me in 20 years. But right now you're okay. And that's the last topic. Which means all we got left now is the fax machine.
Now we just sit and wait for Aces of Thunder.
Yeah. Join us as we have the countdown to Aces of Thunder. Strap in, it's going to be a long one. And Phasmophobia.
Eliminate-
Let's do
eliminate.
Phasmophobia as well. Can we get an infinite timer, please, Jackpot? Fax Machine intro.
It's that time
Hunger
again.
strike. We're going on hunger
Questions and
strike,
topics
guys.
submitted by our viewers.
I'm going to ask both of you for a long time.
And see what we have.
I'll be dead in a few
Fax
days.
me harder, Daddy. I've been a bad boy.
There's a Fax Machine. There it is. All right. We got 2 people asking maybe 3 questions or so. The first one is LSB. He says, when will Jackpot's Dreams project, codenamed Flamingo, be seeing the light of day?
He gave up.
He has this obsession. I think he's projecting on me about the furries. Cause I call him out being a furry, and I was like, no, you're a furry because of the flamingo you had on the back. Blah blah blah. Remember that stuff down?
But you do have a Dreams project that you've been working on for a long time.
I do. I'll finish it soon, and you guys gotta help me.
I
You
don't believe you. You've been
and
saying this for
Donnie
literally
needs to help
years.
me with his
Literally
voice.
years. You've said this for like
It
has to
hasn't
be
been
at
years.
least 2 years.
Listen,
At least 2 years.
You know how much that they scarred me mentally trying to do that first one that I did for 20 minutes?
Why did you try and do the second one then?
I don't know. I don't know.
He's
Because I said I
glutton for
was gonna.
punishment.
I said I was gonna do it, and then I started doing it, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna add more shit, and then once I'm like halfway there, I was like, yeah, this doesn't really look what I wanted to, and then I'm like, fuck, I can't give up. I just gotta finish it. So now I'm there. I'm like 60% done. I can't not finish it, but I'm not gonna do it right now. I'll play Madison first. How about that?
Ask him again.
Wait,
2
wait
years.
for that.
ask him.
Wait for that new game coming out where you like you're basically at the movies or whatever it's called. It's like a virtual movie place where you can like make your own movies and stuff. I forget what the name of the game is.
Out of VR
But it's
again.
more
know
like a
what I'm talking
strategy, right? It's like a strategy, or is it a?
No, I don't think it's a strategy. I think it's just like a
This is
you
a
can like
This
it's
is
a flat game. It's not a
okay,
VR.
okay.
Yeah, but you can basically like make your own like movie scenes. I can't
Damn.
remember.
Interesting.
Can't remember what
surely
the name of it
it's-
is.
Surely it's got limitations. Like you can only do like a certain type of
Maybe.
scene or whatever. No.
I'll finish it
It
soon.
looks pretty in depth. It looks pretty in
I'll
depth.
finish
from
it
what I saw.
soon.
Interesting. All right, LSB. I hope that satisfies your first question. He's got another one though. He says, "Oh, and when you finally get your new PC, PP, are you going to buy Phasmophobia on PC and just play it that way, or will you wait for the PSVR 2 version?" So, if Phasmophobia is not out on PSVR 2 by August 7th or whatever, let's say I have my PC ready to go by then. Then I will just get the Steam version because Jackpot's telling me it's only like $13 or $14 euros, whatever. So I'd be fine. Like I'd get it on both platforms. And then if it comes to PSVR 2, I would imagine it probably would run better there. For me anyway, with the PC I'm going to be getting. And then you'll have all the
Yeah,
haptics and all that shit too.
That game is not taxing at all. But is that the first game you're gonna play? As soon as you get it.
I'd imagine.
I'm tempted to go for like Skyrim with mods. But the mods I really want are like the chat GPT shit where you can talk to the NPCs properly. And I don't know, that could be like really complicated to set up and might take a lot of time. I don't know.
Yeah, especially for you that you're pretty smooth playing. You see what I mean? Oh, shit.
I think you
would-
you like locked his brain up for a second there. If you said that.
Well, hold on, mods. I already know Contractors. You said that'd be your first game.
Well, it would be a coin toss between Half-Life Alyx and Contractors.
Oh yeah, Half-Life. I wonder how much is like is that on sale a lot? Is it like
Nope.
really just no?
Nope.
Half-Life Alyx is not on sale. It's been out for years.
$79.99 still.
It's $60.
Jesus, all right.
It's
that
worth
can,
it,
That can
though.
waste. Yeah, it probably is, but still, fuck that.
It's yeah.
Um,
Where somebody just where somebody gifts it to you, because you can give gifts in Steam. Just beg one of the streams,
just
be
beg,
like,
yeah,
please,
beg everyone,
please,
have a
somebody
little
please
cup,
give me
rattle a little
game.
cup, please. I just need Half-Life Alyx to feed my family.
Send me a code.
Okay,
I need it for my channels. I need this for my channels.
it's dying.
I need,
It's
I
dying.
need to
Please.
stream. I need to stream.
Have a heart, mister. The Governor Viewer says, aka Peace.
Pete.
When you get your PC, I recommend Phasmophobia, Devour, Forewarned for the viewer for starters. But consider Lethal Company, Demonologist, and West Hunt for possible flat game options. With the PP crew, maybe. That's not really... Well,
Flat.
is that a question?
Flat.
But yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not,
that's
I won't be considering flat at all, Pete. Get out of here with that nonsense. What the fuck is even West Hunt? I've never even heard that.
I haven't
but yeah.
either.
He
Like,
knows
I've-
all the games.
I've no desire to play PC, like to even be a PC gamer. Like I'm resentful of Sony that they're forcing me to go to PC because they're basically saying to me if I ever want to play Half-Life Alyx,
You know
I
what
have
I'm
to go
gonna
to
say
PC.
though? I said the same thing before. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get a PC, and literally, I'm not gonna play PC games because I got my PS5 with my TV, fucking easy, no
Yeah.
fucking problem. I don't play my PS5 anymore. A lot of the games, unless they're like brand new, I just get them on Steam because they're so much fucking cheaper. And for the most part, the computer, it runs pretty similar, if not better than the better than the PS5. So I said the same thing. I was like, I'm not a PC gamer. I'm not saying that, but I thought I was not gonna get any fucking games on Steam for the most part except VR, and I'm playing the fuck out of PC games.
All right. Well, I don't have your weaknesses, so I won't.
Ah,
I won't
you're a
fault
bitch.
that. All
You're
right.
a
I'm not
bitch.
gonna like. I wouldn't get Helldivers on PC when it's on.
That doesn't mean
PS5.
that. I'm just saying.
But I'm just
Trust
saying, like,
me,
I
you get a
would like when
couple
the
games
option is
here
there
and
for
there.
both. I'll go for the PS5 version if I have to, if I can. We got a last minute question in from Importon. He says, if the only way you could communicate is by doing the Jordan Peterson voice or the Rogue voice, which would you pick, or would you never speak again?
Never speak. They're horrible. If it's you the way you would do
You
it,
absolute
horrible.
son of a bitch.
I'll probably go with the
that sounds
Rogue,
like
the Rogue
Kermit.
voice, because the Jordan Peterson one is like it's more of a strain on your voice. Like I couldn't do that for a long period of time. So I'd go with the Rogue voice.
And it sounds like
because
Kermit
I sound fucking.
more than
I
anything.
sound so fucking Australian right now. Man.
No.
Yes, I do.
It does not sound
true.
Australian. You just sound more sophisticated.
It's a pretty
sound-
flawless Australian accent you got.
Well, thank you,
Who's
Mus.
Australian? Come over here and talk to him and show us a real Australian.
Rogue, if you're still there, tell him how authentic my accent is.
No, I watched the fucking what is it?
It's the
Steve
Brisbane.
Irwin?
It's the Brisbane variant.
guy that got
Steve
killed by
Irwin,
the
yeah,
fucking-
he's got the Melbourne accent. I'm Brisbane.
Okay, well there you go. That's what I go by, and you sounded nothing.
You
like
only
him,
know
so.
one. You don't know all the accents of Australia. All right, because you're.
I know that that's not an accent. Whatever you did,
Yes, it
that
is.
was horrible.
Brisbane.
No.
Brisbane.
No.
Matt Marjanovic, LSP says, GG, you guys. Mass says, so at least now Decepticon can start playing again since we will all be on PC Viewer. Is he still on PSVR 1? He is on PC Viewer. He's on that Contractors. But yeah, hopefully we'll get him back.
Yep. And Devour, and VR Chat.
Phasmophobia.
Oh yeah. And movie nights. Oh yeah. And Phasmo.
Yeah.
Would he play? He'd play Ace of the Thunder. Well, no, he has a bit
No,
of he has
can't.
some queasiness when he's flying in VR.
He doesn't
But
have,
that's
he doesn't
only-
have a PSVR 2.
He doesn't. Yeah, PSVR 2 only.
Oh, that's right. It's only PSVR.
It's
Never
literally
mind.
the
But
only
there's-
exclusive we have. Don't
Never
forget
mind.
us.
But
Don't
there's-
forget us.
But there's a lot of good games that we'll play, and he plays them too.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Episode 78 of Touching Tips. We'll be back next week.
Donnie.
Thanks for the chats and the lols and the bands. And Donnie, thank you for your various emojis. Muzz, Jackbot, been a pleasure. Happy birthday, Muzz.
And
Happy
don't,
birthday,
I'll be away for the
birthday.
next 2 Tuesdays, so
All right.
you won't have-
Damn.
Tryouts. We're gonna have tryouts
You
for
guys
a
are
new
on.
Muzz. We're gonna see anyone who like an
I'm
actor. Let's
forfeiting.
hire an actor to be Muzz. You know,
Especially with Australian accents, if possible.
an
please.
Australian Muzz. Can we get that?
Oh man, I
please?
can't compete with Australian
Yeah,
accent.
you won't have a job when you come back, Muzz. You won't have another unpaid labor. when you come
I'll be free. I'll be free.
back. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. I'll be counting down the days till you're back. Anyway, it's been a pleasure. I'm going to end the stream now. Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
What the fuck is this?